Welcome to the Honest Bunch podcast. Thank you so much for your support. We see the engagement and the love from the previous episode. Some people don't even come out willingly, can't share their own story. If you are currently battling with addiction, please rest assured that you can get help. And most importantly, that you will be healed and there will be restoration. That decision where you don't make from watching that particular episode to say, I don't want to do this again, by the special grace of God and through the help of the people who matter, you'll definitely get help. Speak out. Be willing to receive help and support, and all will be well. For those who just they see this episode, maybe for the first time, or they watch the Honest Bunch for the first time, go back to that episode where we get Abraham and KG Hamilton, where willingly then share their experience about drug addiction. Please, as a society, we are going to rid our country of that pandemic. Importantly, also, as a platform, we have repeatedly said that the Honest Bunch is Nigeria first. Please, it is very important if you have attained the age of 18, or if you don't be 18 and you never vote before, to go out and get your PVC.
You know, say me, I be problematic person, and I don't come back, so while I go start. Leave prayer, go get your PVC. Mm-hmm. Prayer is not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy. Prayer has not worked for us in 60-something years. Go and get your PVC. They say your vote not count. Mm-hmm. If it not count, why do they buy it? Mm-hmm. Go and get your PVC. I don't talk my own.
So I know they say that our vote doesn't count, but the only way to find out is if you actually vote. Mm.
They say it doesn't count, but they are buying it. What are they buying?
So please, if you want to register for the very first time, cvr.inec.nigeria.org. I take go beg you. If you want to replace your voter's card when don't lost, if you want switch polling stations, maybe you don't move from where you they vote before, all of these, they're very, very easy. And then you can go to the nearest INEC office that is closest to your local government and do the biometric exercise. Please, it is very, very important that we do so. And on the Honest Bunch, we encourage every Nigerian to participate actively and exercise your right to franchise by voting for your preferred candidate. Information that can help you, CD care, then the two show care where we say it go shock you. If you want to buy your gadgets, you want to buy your appliances, it is really very, very easy. Rather than go to the market where somebody go to drag your shirt, they call you, fine boy, my color. You go settle down for your house, you go place your order, and then get arrangements where go allow you pay in installments. Now, small. At the midpoint, they will carry the thing, can't give you in perfect condition. So what are you waiting for? Go the CDK way for your gadgets and your appliances and have no issues whatsoever. Ladies and gentlemen, introduction of the amazing host on the Honest Bunch podcast. It is good that we have our eldest brother back. Congratulations, Daddy Freeze, on your 50th birthday. You. The only man will celebrate birthday 2 times. International you, and domestic. Daddy Freeze, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have TITI, the beautiful, delectable, dark-skinned chocolate. TITI, a round of applause. President of Pick Me, yes. And yours truly, Ezugu Chukwudi. Husband material. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest is a man that I am very certain you must have seen his viral videos. Yes. This guy, na person when we say, what it make him popular? When people can't see other things, they can't look say, wow. So God, they bless person like this. I am very sure that if he were in the Old Testament, in the courts of King Solomon, he go sit down by the right-hand side. And if he be said, I'm the person who go advise King Solomon, say, you see that baby, tell them that you will divide the baby into 2. The real mother will confess. Ladies and gentlemen, a game lover, a lover of Barcelona. In fact, he carry her from his shoulder, put for his head. And now why many football fans, they find now where to banter them anytime when Barcelona experience any issues whatsoever, and an advocate for a better Nigeria, the one and only Play with Tomide. A round of applause, please. You're welcome.
So good to be here, man. Yes. I wasn't expecting the call up, but I mean, when I first got the message, I was like, hey, God, I'm camera shy.
Wow.
But that's one thing most people don't know.
Read camera, phone camera.
The thing is, most people don't know because, people have this belief that once you see people talk, I'm in the confined space of my home. That's why. But publicly, I'm a shy person.
Interesting.
I don't talk outside.
It's so good to have you on the Honest Bunch podcast, and we know we're going to have an interesting conversation. On today's episode of the Honest Bunch podcast, we're going to discuss everything Nigeria. especially from the perspective of the young Nigerian. Everything we would face for this country from the perspective of the young Nigerian, because now the young people that then get this country, if you look at the numbers, now we make up the population of this our great country, Nigeria. So Tomide, I think a very good place to start will be that viral video where, you know, you shared your experience about the challenges that people who speak up are faced with. I would allow you just, you know, just sharing that your personal experience, just go straight into the conversation.
So the first thing was when everybody knows I do esports. Aside esports, I also do sports. And aside that, I do some business offline that I don't like people to know, oh, this is me handling it. Because I've come to realize that the biggest mistake I made in social media space when I first came, 2016, 2017, Facebook, was every single time I wanted to go into something, I always left the former one. And that was the biggest mistake I made. You don't leave. It's like you're supposed to have the options there. And so when I started doing the whole talk, I was expecting it. This time I anticipated it, especially Christian topics. I knew that Christians were going to come for me. It could affect certain businesses. And the funny thing is, when I started speaking about the Nigeria issue, my manager was against it. They prefer me to talk offline. They're like, we know you're a genius. Teach us. But offline, no, we don't want that kind of smoke. And then, but I'm stubborn. That's one thing. I'm very stubborn. I will do it regardless. I will see posts. Sometimes I will remove. Sometimes I'll post. So it was 2 weeks ago, then 2 deals came. Like there were three emails. The serious ones. Of course, you get flooded emails, but these 3 were very serious. I can mention one because we've concluded that Heineken was not the people that said take it down, but Heineken came that period. But I'll tell you why I want to thank Heineken. You see, that period, it was a dark period because I needed to get stuff done because I had invested a lot of money. So when they came, they were like, oh, we needed you to do this. I messaged my manager. So manager handled it. And the next thing they just told me was, okay, sign the deed. So I signed for the 2. Then I also signed for Heineken. Heineken's zone was going smooth. Nothing. But Heineken did not come back to say, oh, this is the sleep. Oh yeah, get this thing done. So I thought they've gone. Then these other 2 deals came. So I was like, thank God, final stages. I calculated the money. I'll make like 5-point-something million minus my manager's cut. I'm like, good. This will sort everything. I mean, and it's a stressless work. Next thing, I just hear a call from my manager saying, this is what I was saying. I told you not to talk about Nigeria. I told you. Now they are saying that they can't go on with the deal because of what you said about the Nigeria thing on your platform. I was like, I don't understand. What does that have to do with what they want me to do? I don't want to mention the name of the company because I don't want them to come for me. But in my head, I'm like, what you're telling me to do has absolutely nothing to do with this. What kind of, am I in a cult?
So, sorry to interject. For proper context, I would like for you to summarize what you said about Nigeria so that people watching would understand, okay, why they complain, say you talk about Nigeria. So tell us what you said, just summarize what you said about Nigeria and then come back to this part of the story.
Okay, so what I said was, the truth is, the fundamental issue in Nigeria is that the creative genius of the average youth is destroyed, is gone. An average youth in Nigeria cannot have a proper conversation. They don't even know how to think. The conundrums of war, how, the why, and the when, they don't know it. So that's why you have a conversation with an average youth. Once you see that the discourse is not going well, 2 minutes, mumu, fool, emancipate, this, that. I'm like, we can have this. We don't have to agree. Like, why are you insulting me? Why are we going there? They can't hold that kind of conversation, and the government know. They know. And that's why when even Big Brother came out and I saw that post, someone saying Big Brother needs to go, I said, no, it doesn't need to go. Because distractions always come. Are you going to tell them stop watching World Cup?
So we'll get to all of this. So you have summarized what you said about Nigeria, and that was why the brand continued.
The brand then said that, take it down. That's the best they can do. Take the videos down, and then we'll give you the deal. Literally, they said that.
Really?
I'm not before God. They said it. I just cannot just show the message. They said, take it down. We'll give you the deal. And then immediately I saw it. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be very honest. I took it from profile grid. You know when you take a video from profile grid and you leave it in that other review section? That's what I did. I left in the review section. And then I was like, my manager doesn't know how to check review section. She was like, oh, okay, good. Then I was in the studio, because I have a studio in my house. I went to the studio. Before God and man, I had something in my conscience that was saying something wasn't just right about it. I was itchy about it. And I said, God, but I need this money now. I need this money. Like, so next thing I spoke to my dad. It's always about, my dad is my biggest influencer. He's the one that teaches me 90% of what I know. So he's the one that said, look, I can't tell you what to do, but I'll tell you, just pray about it. So I sat down there, and when I pray, I don't do all this massive prayer. I know how to talk. I talk to God like he's my friend. So I was like, God, Alpha, I need money. And I don't steal, I don't do I don't do all of that. I need it. What am I supposed to do? And the next thing that came to my conscience was, who took you out of 71,000 followers? Because most people don't know, I was on 71K for 3 years. I wasn't going forward, I wasn't going backward. I was just stagnant there. People insulted me. Oh no, they even used me to preach in church. Some church, I'm not even joking, some friends, they did, yeah. They said, because I'm an advocate for, I don't believe in the whole prosperity gospel thing. I don't believe in scripture and all of that. So they came for me that, oh, this boy, how can you, who is giving you this kind of liver to talk? And some friends deserted me then because they're like, the audacity. I even told one time, I said, look, your money perish with you. Your help perish with you. I'm not compromising, even if it means me dying on the street. This thing is not right. This is not scriptural. And I stand by it. So that happened. So when the whole phase of I've already gone through that phase of problem. 3 years where I don't suffer.
Stuck on 71,000 followers.
I didn't go forward. I wasn't going backward. 3 years. Even relationships, they even use a mock me inside relationships. As your mates are growing and not growing and all that. So the only thing that came to my conscience was, when you want 71,000 followers, who took you out of it? Have you forgotten how I stood by you? All of a sudden, because you are now making wave, you are saying you need money. I don't get it. So I was like, God, I'm sorry. I would rather obey you. So I just went back to the I put it back there. My manager saw it, texted me like, what's your problem? I said, sir, I respect you, but this one, you go leave him. You go leave him, no verse. You go leave this one for me. So after I did that, it not reached 2 minutes. Heineken just texted immediately. Okay, go on with this thing. And next I just called my dad. I said, there's nothing more important than obeying God. There's nothing more important than it. Now, it's not because of the outcome. It was because of the peace. Because sometimes they will not come back. So the outcome does not justify the character in between. It's the fact that I had peace even before the whole thing. Because I now dropped the video and I was like, I told my manager I was going to talk about it. He said, no. I said, sir, do you think I'm just a gamer? You see, you know the way I talk. You know the level of work I put into this thing. I'm telling you that the pain in Nigeria right now, it is pointing us to something. Pain is a necessary ingredient to unlock your next level. Whether you like it or not, you can't get away from it. You need pain, and it can come in any form. You cannot have salary without working for 30 days. Pain. You can't sow without reaping. Pain. You can't have childbirth, life without pain. 9 months. Everything is with pain. Pain first, then you get unlocking of next level. Whenever you put your hand somewhere and you are saying, God, just remove pain. I don't want to feel pain. Do you know what you're telling God to do? You are telling God that for every single time you have sickness in your body, you can't go to the hospital because you can't feel it. You are telling God to remove when you put your hand on a burning fire. Your hand is being destroyed, but you can't feel it. You are telling you can't feel anything. You can't feel emotional, whatever. You can't feel connection with your children. You can't feel it. You are telling God to literally destroy you. So I'm like, pain is necessary. You can't remove it. And if pain is fundamental and points you to something that can get worse, it means the killing, the bandits, the whatever, is pointing us to something. Something isn't right. And that was when I highlighted number 1, academics. Academics in Nigeria, I question it a lot. I want to do mass comm. You're telling me I have to pass mass. Make it make sense to me. And aside that, one of the biggest issues I have with academics is it is always they want you to pass the technicality of everything, but not the practicality. Go to Dumota Market. Many people with BSc and MS, you can't stand them in business. They understand supreme market penetration. You know the name. They understand the practicality. They will employ you and you will collect that money graciously. So at the end of the day, I question academics at different levels. I'm like, I'm not saying it's useless. It has its place, but it needs a reform. Look at the average youth that graduates. You graduate with BSc, but there's a fundamental. You don't even know the importance of voter's card. You don't even know that your vote counts. You don't even understand the logic. You are waiting for very dark man to come out and talk before you understand. It's from academics. It's from the foundation of it, and it's gone. And that's why I had to talk about the video. And I said the other two, I mentioned to their others, but I mentioned to that one and religion. Oh, no. Religion has not done a good work on us in this country. Yeah. Organized religion.
Why are you looking at me?
Oh, no. Organized religion employs regimentation and authority. It doesn't let you think.
God will bless you.
It doesn't let you think. And in that sense, I've come to realize that religion has more hold on us than we think. The hold is too big. It's too great. And I thank God for my father in my life. Funny, most people don't know. My dad is someone that teaches the word of God and everything. And he tells one of the fundamental level of what he has taught me was, the day I preach anything or tell you anything apart from Christ and him crucified, walk away from me. I've told my dad many times, the day you teach something else, it's not by on what you stand on. That day, I stopped receiving advice on spiritual matters, gospel matters from you. It's not disrespect. It's what it is. And that's what made me now start dropping the videos that, look, if God could have taken me through the 3 years, all those years of suffering and pain, if you like, carry your deal away. I am okay with being average than pursuing finance, and then my conscience is at no peace. Nah.
Interesting. So,
before you go in, he has dropped some, shall I say, gems. First of all, welcome to the club. They reject you. They never start. You go chop rejection, tire. Me, I'm the king of collecting rejection for standing for your views. Deal. I've not MC'd. I stopped doing MC. MC was one of my fundamental sources of income. Nobody use me as MC again because I dared ask questions. At the time when I first came out, I asked questions. That's the way you're asking questions. And instead of answering me, they bullied me. I thought they will pray and I will die. I know Kuku died. They can't begin, they call sponsor, say, if he's still there, I will withdraw my money.
That's the part I'm always very confused about.
So you have made some valid points. One, religion. Religion is so destructive because instead of, when you go to Christianity, the most important message is love, not prayer. Love. If you love your neighbor as yourself, Nigeria's problem will be solved in 1 week if everybody can love their neighbor as themselves. Solution. Instead, you are praying for God to hold the sun still. Because it is written in the Bible that God, if it's not that you are a mad person, how can you believe that the sun that is still was held still and the earth that is moving around the sun continued? How you did GSS, some of you even university. If the earth should stay still, because the sun moves but not around the earth, it is the earth that moves around the sun. If the earth should stay still for 1 second, it will disappear. The seas, you have tsunamis and earthquakes of magnitudes. Then somebody actually wrote that Joshua in Joshua chapter 10 held this, and the person was alive to write it. The problem I have with those verses is you are not reading it for the metaphorical value. You are believing that God will hold the sun still for you so that the kidnappers will be able to release the victims.
Interesting.
That is where the problem is, the belief system. Because instead of you waking up to realize that the God of Israel that held the sun still, the Israel that have the God have Iron Dome technology. They have some of the greatest political and financial powers in the world. They are not asking God to hold the sun still. They are building through technology, through empowerment. So my question to you right now is, you flawed religion. I'm with you 100%. It has done nothing for us since we got our independence. Mention one thing that has improved because of religion since 1960. We will argue back and forth. You see zero. All our celebrities that acquired in the last 1 year, they cannot raise them. I thought with the amount of prayer, one day will just rabo shake, kidnapper, ribik baba out of the bush. Now, one man of God even said that if he speaks in tongues, kidnappers will release victims. The victims are still there, the kidnappers are still there. My brother, what opened your eyes to religion? And how? My biggest question is, you are young. I'm not sure you are married yet. Which woman is going to marry you with these views?
So the thing is, I don't look for the flaws in religion. I just look for the truth. Because truth is consistent.
Please say that again.
I don't look for flaws in religion. I just look for truth. I don't need to know if there's a fake Daddy Freeze outside. I only need to know if Daddy Freeze is inside. Once I know he's inside, I know every other thing outside is fake. If I can prove that the truth is here. It's just the same thing. If I know that truth is here, every other truth outside is delusion, is some sort of sorcery. So I just look for truth. And every other thing outside it is human invention. It's not truth. And the thing is, I'm not afraid to look at truth. I don't look at truth in the terms of who's speaking. I look at truth as truth. Truth is truth regardless of whoever is speaking. John Lennox has said it. Nonsense is nonsense regardless of whoever is speaking. It doesn't matter your age, size, because intelligence and truth does not equal age. Years of use don't equate expertise. The fact that you're older than me does not mean you carry truth. You can be 65 and you don't know how to use an iPhone properly. You can't say you don't know his age. Mama, you don't. So when I started questioning religion, was first from culture, starting from my home. Like, for example, my mom would say, there was one day, I think it was like 8, 9. One day like that, she just randomly said, I gave her something. And then she was like,
Translate for our audience.
You can't give an elderly person something with your left hand. I didn't say anything. But I can remember vividly, I think that thing stood with me till like age 14, 15. I remember when we were in GI Kota, Shagamu. One day, we went to one, I think they were trying to travel or so. I just noticed that the woman that gave her that thing gave with left hand. And me, I'm stubborn. I said, Mommy, wow. That woman in that place gave you this thing with her left hand. Why didn't you tell her you are older than Nana? Why didn't you tell her that they don't give you something left hand? She said, like you don't start again. I said, Mommy, when you are done, you answer my question. That question you answer it today. My dad was there. My dad was just looking at me laughing. Like, this boy. And he likes it because he believes that education is what you teach yourself. Academics is what they tell you in school. It's not the same thing. Education is what, for example, I can live here and educate myself on how you've done your lightning. I've taught myself. I'm like, okay, I see the lightning. All right, I'm going to go and replicate this in my studio. That's education. They don't teach you this in academics. Education is when you can question your world around you. If you can question your world around you, you know that religion is it's easy to even to dissect it. Okay, for example, you come out and tell me there was a time that when I was in a friend's house, I don't mention his name, he's a celebrity. He said something, his pastor said something in church. He said there are some things that God is doing right now that it didn't add to the Bible, but God tells prophet. I said, no problem. I said, sir, there's a scripture that says, let any man that adds or remove from the land be accursed. Is there? I said, what do you say about that? He said, young man, you don't know anything. I said, I agree. You've not answered my question. You deflected. Answer that question first. So all through my life, my dad has raised me to always pursue truth. This man, when we were 17, 18, 19, 16, 17, 18, 19, for 4 years, I think thereabout, he would take me and some other 5 or 6. No, they didn't pay him. He would take us to international market. One place, he rented one office. He would take us 6 hours every day during that long-term break. Every day, like 5 months, he's expounding scriptures to us, helping us to find truth, how to identify when someone is not preaching the right gospel. 6 months, every day, painstakingly. I hated it, I will not lie. Because I wanted to do other things at that time. I didn't know I would need it now. I didn't know. Because the truth is, you see, the problem about religion is that it removes you from thinking. It doesn't allow you to think. And your brain is your most important asset.
Amen.
Oh God. Your brain is too important. It is so important that if your brain is not useful, God can't use you. That's how bad it is. If your brain is not good, is not useful, God can't use you. That's why they say there's slaves riding on king's back. Let me explain it quickly. You see VDM. You say he's not a Christian. Good, no problem. But VDM is courage enough to come out and talk. He would call out people that you can't, call out the government that you can't, not just VDM, any other person that is doing the work. Now, let's compare to Christians that should be in that position. You are saying as a Christian, you're supposed to have all of that. God is saying, yeah, no problem. I will have given it to you. But you are not well positioned. You've not learned how to defeat love of money. You easily compromise. You don't know how to think for yourself.
You're afraid of prison.
Afraid of prison and all of that. You don't even love me. You love what I can offer. So you realize that when it comes to assignment, revolution, and work, understanding, skill courage, knowledge is superior to positioning. You can be positioned as a child of God, and God will tell you, you are not yet well positioned for what I want to do. So you will be a king, but slaves will ride on your back. Now, the slave, you'll be riding the slave on your back like this. You won't understand. That's the metaphor. In the sense that you are not well positioned. You don't have the skill. It's common sense. If Titi is stubborn, everybody doesn't like her. She's rude. She's that. She's this. But she has the gift of eloquence, intelligence. You will still employ her to talk here. But if the owner of this studio, his son, he wants him to do it, but the guy doesn't know how to talk, his English is influent, and all of that. If you are traveling, no matter how much you don't like Titi, you put her in charge. The only thing you will do is that you tell Titi, please, when I go, take care of my child, and all of that. So at the end of the day, it's still the same thing. Skill is superior to that positioning everywhere. And I understand, once I understood that, I realized that the only reason why Nigerians or Christians look at religion and say, oh, this pastor is this, my pastor is this, is actually the fundamental issue there is that we don't love God.
All right,
And we don't love one another.
We are going to
We don't
discuss.
love God.
We are going to discuss more about love and how we should love one another. But I want us to come back to education because you mentioned when you cited the problems.
Yeah.
So in May of 2026, the CEO of MoneyPoint, Tosin Eniolonruda, while speaking about the quality of our education here, citing the example of trying to employ or trying to fill around 500 positions, he had mentioned that they could not get people who the company considered qualified. He cited internet fraud, hookup culture, get-rich-quick mentalities, brain drain, and importantly, systemic education flaws as contributors to the local talent deficit. Now, we had two schools of thoughts, people who agreed with him and those who they felt some type of way considering the fact that that statement came from somebody of that caliber. Before we begin to break this down, I would love to hear your take on the statement made by the MoneyPoint CEO.
First of all, I didn't agree with him at all.
Okay.
I believe that there's a fundamental flaw there. What do you mean out of over 100 million Nigerians can get 500 people? That's cap. The question is, I'm a business administration student. Are you going to pay me the money with my intelligence to work for you? You think my brain can handle that thing? You won't pay me well. That's the thing. You're not going to pay me that money that I need, that you should pay me to be an employee in your company. How many? When he said that, the first thing I said is, you people at high places, how many of you should be this rich if you're actually paying your workers well? How many? How many of you should have this level of money if you pay your workers well? Let's check it. Let me just quickly show you one analogy. I went to a friend's house in Banana Island. I have rich friends. Some of them do G, some of them don't. I mean, it's their lifestyle. I don't care. Do your thing. I went to his house. The guy is a billionaire. He stays in Banana Island. He's like 3-story buildings. Like he has like stairs, so he's rich. I went there, was there. I just saw the lady that was cleaning. And I remember this lady. She has been the one cleaning since 2021. I'm like, Rejoice, she never come over here. Then I saw that she had two kids on her back. And then I don't even know what led me to ask. I just asked. I said, because I saw the way the children were looking unkept and everything. And I said, Rejoice, how far? Why you see the work for a guy? You never start your own cleaning this thing randomly. Next thing she said was, money never do. I said, how much your guy they pay? Your guy no fit give you money. Because the guy was upstairs. He has not come down yet. He was cleaning. Then she now said, like 150K, sometimes 180. I say, I don't call his name. I say, Yuri, this is paying you 150K per month. Nah, come on, man. Where's your conscience? Me and you know how much they spend. Now, you know what he told me when I discussed it with him? Because when she left, I discussed it with him. I said, Alpha, let's talk. Because I told you I'm stubborn. I don't care who you are. If you're like, I'll bring it up. I was like, Alpha, me will talk. That girl where they clean your house. Are you aware that our life is in your hands like this? The most powerful person in a home is not the father. It's the maid. It's the maid. Your life is literally, she can accidentally forget to lock the door. And your life is gone. She can accidentally cook food that is not good for you. And you surprise God. Your life is literally in her hands like this. She's the most important person, yet you treat her the worst. You don't know how fundamentally flawed that is. Now, let me tell you why I say she's the most important person. Anyone that has access to the end or the beginning of your life, I believe that person has power over you. She's the one that cooks your food. She's the one that will sleep last to lock all the doors. She's the maid. She's the one that you leave your children with when you travel and all of that. And I said, Gafa. He said, Tomide, now how much she did charge normally now? I said, I know that's how much she charges. When this girl was working with you at the beginning, when she came here, she didn't have a child. You were paying her the same 150. She born 2 pikin, more responsibilities, more stress, more this, more that. You still maintain that same 150. You not get conscience. You will not be complaining that she comes to work late and all of that. I now said, I'm not saying you are wrong. I'm saying, where's your humanity? In the sense that if me is paying Rejoice 150, you should be paying at least 200, 250, 300. Then when I broke it down, I said, Tomide, but why is she going to look high for my money? I said, this is the reason. This is the reason why our society is like this. You think the goal of work is capitalism for me. And that's why people like you that are complaining that the president should step down. If they put you in charge, you will do worse. You will do worse because you have not mastered stewardship of private property. When you master stewardship of private property, you know how to steward what is yours. You can now master stewardship of public property. But you don't know it. You think everything's about me. And it stems even from your prayers, religion. Wa kole mole, wa bi mole mo. What it has taken someone 30 years to get, you get in 2 months. You are a thief. They should arrest you. You should be jailed. What kind of prayer? Why should you even compare? Why not just say God grant you speedy success? It's always about clamoring, just overtaking someone. If God answers our prayers, every Nigerian should be dead. I swear. If God answers the prayer of religion, we should be dead. So I told him after we spoke lengthily, I told him, if the money you are paying your staff at your level cannot do these 3 things, it is slavery. It's not 9 to 5. It's a disguised name. If it cannot help her to save, to solve our little needs, clothing, feeding, and lastly, to give. Those 3 things, my brother, is slavery. We broke it down. I don't want to go into it, but when we broke it down, finish, he saw himself in a mirror. I said, you are part of the problem of society. Why would this kind of girl not go and take drugs? She will be depressed. Don't you know that the goal of work is elevation of society? That's the goal. So eventually, he broke it down and I said, okay, how much should I give her? I said, I won't tell you what to do. Measure her. Discuss with her. I said, someone like you with the kind of money you have, I expect you to have even given her a place to start her own cleaning business. No be you they carry woman up and down. Me and you know as you they run arm. You they buy babes Birkin bag. Babes that all they've done is that they've only passed the test of features, physical structure. But check the quality of their thinking, strength of their character, 0. You can't even marry them. That's why I've not married them. And you give them this kind of money. And then you say, but that's what she charges. Is this other girl, this other person you are giving, don't you understand the problem, that you're part of the problem? Then he was like, okay. Now, I asked Rejoice recently. She said he upped the money. I think about 350K per month I gives her and everything. She was like, I don't know. I told her what happened. I spoke to him. I said, I'm telling you this not to collect the praise. For one thing, you yourself, in your own little sphere of influence, make sure that you replicate what you just saw. Make sure, because that's how you elevate society. That's how you do it. And the minute I understood this strategy, oh God, I knew that it still falls down to what we hear on the pulpit.
Interesting.
It's what we hear on the pulpit that causes this problem. When you hear prayers like you hear sermons like that, you hear people say, I don't want to mention pastors. You hear them say, when you do this for God, He will give this to you. As if it's a mathematical equation.
Transaction.
And I tell them, though I know it is blessed to give, but that's not the context Scripture puts it in that you're doing. It's not a mathematical equation. Bible never distinctively say you give because you want to receive. Don't do that. The motive is wrong. And sometimes, because we don't read Scriptures, Bible says because you did not retain God in your mind, He will give it over to a reprobate mind. that you do what you ought not to do. There's a way you can pursue God because of your own selfish desires. And he will warn you, do this. If you don't answer, it's okay, no problem. He will give you over to the people that will use your brain. You will not be able to come back and ask for. You will just be wondering why you. And the funny thing is, you'll be getting result too, because we think that result equates correction. Like I see that result, it equates the fact that the principle was correct. No, method can differ. Method changes. Method. If you tell me to come here today, I can come through camel. It doesn't mean that's what God wanted me to come through it. But I got here. Nobody will understand that. You will not have sinned, but it's what it is. Method does not change anything. But the thing is, you will not quote scripture that says, by him, actions are weighed. The way you did that thing, I want to know. Do not bring the money of a harlot to my home. But you as a lady, you've done BBL. You've done all of that. You know how you got the money. You now say you're giving thanks in church. Who are you fooling?
How did you get your Range Rover? It's God.
It's God. Tell us the principle. Tell us the principle behind it. Tell us the principle.
Tell us.
If to see, you don't know the kind of friends I have. If to say I am desperate for money, I'll be a billionaire. I'm not capping. My brain can handle it. No be cap. I have friends. I don't pass this level, but I'm not desperate.
Let's come back to education.
I still want to, because it's always good to explain in detail.
Yeah.
The Money Point CEO clarified, perhaps a lot of the people who reacted did not watch his entire presentation. And he said that Nigeria possesses brilliant individuals, but the challenge lies in bridging the gap between available talent and the high-end expertise required to build complex global products. He also went further by donating 3 billion naira to selected universities. I know my alma mater, the University of Nigeria, benefited from that. IFE also benefited from that. So for a lot of the people who are watching, it's also very important that you listen for proper context and have a holistic approach when you look at what somebody has said. But before I allow Daddy Freeze take over, I'd like to ask you, we have so many young people who are products of our educational system. Whether we like it or not, the system we have in place is what produces these people. And on the Honest Bunch podcast, when we discuss problems, we also discuss solutions to these problems. Now, from your observation as a young person, how do you think that this our educational sector can be revamped to the point where we produce young people who can compete globally with their peers?
Firstly, the first thing is, let us start using the right words. Academics is not education. Youth need to understand that thing. They are different. They're not the same thing. You can pass the test of academics and fail education woefully. You can pass it. Because I've seen people that have failed the test of the technicality of English language. They can't communicate properly. But they've passed the test of lingua franca. They can communicate. But it's not the technicality. But you think that just because he said, help me to bring in that water, you think the person is not intelligent. Just because he failed the technicality of English language. And that's what we look. We look at things on the surface. We're too superficial. It's the surface level. How this guy will work for me?
No service English.
You've not even tested his intelligence yet. You've not even know anything about this person. Do you know how many Agberos are intelligent? Do you know how many? Or because they failed the test of features or failed the test of technicality of English, you say this person can work for me and all of that. So, first thing is first. That thing needs to be changed. Academics is not education. Education is what you teach yourself. Academics is what for example, you will hear that first come out and say things like, he went to pursue knowledge to know about history. That's education. That's not academics. They're not going to teach you that in school. You need to go and pursue it yourself. You understand? Titi now will come out and do videos online. She would advise youth. Whatever she knows is education. Not be say she go learn for school. That's one. Two, every single method of everything we have today has been revamped through change. Change is noiseless. It doesn't make sound. Titi will come here. You are married now?
Yes.
Good. You and your husband would have a good time. She would come here, talk normally, but the engine with the capacity to start a new generation that started forming inside of her, she doesn't know. It doesn't make sound. That's how change is. So in that same sense, the curriculum operating system that is running this world has changed, especially with the introduction of social media. But academic structure stayed the same. No update. Nothing. We started with, when man wanted to start moving leg, then we went to what? We go to donkeys. When we went to horses, donkeys didn't go extinct too. They are still available. We just look for a better way. Horses. When we went to carts, not that horses got extinct, it's just that we went to a better one. When we went to car, it's not that cars stopped, it's that we went to a better one. Now we've gotten plane, jets, we're getting flying cars, we're getting driverless cars. Something else is coming. Method always changes, but everything is still one principle: movement. You see, academics, firstly, it was brought to us when? Academics was brought to us in 1846. The first one was during Badagry, this seminary people when they first came. Now, the goal of academics, I understand it. It gives regime, it gives structure. It makes you under the confinement of order and all of that. But in today's world, we found out that academics, as we all know it to be, that we thought is what makes you a defined human being at the end of life. It's not the only structure that does that to you. I cannot go to school at all and come out, first of all, and still be as eloquent as you, and still be as sound as you. But you might have a different structure, but I don't have to be that. We need to understand that, first of all, we need to start prioritizing people that can't pass the test of academics to an easier structure. Why should it be so regimented? Is the goal not for me to be able to use it in the like me now? I don't like maths.
Same here.
I loathe maths. I don't like anything calculation. Remove me. I don't like them. But will you know? You won't know. Give me money first. See if I can calculate. Man, enter business. See if I can calculate the money. See if I'll make losses. Because I've done business many times. So I begin to realize that the academical structure of curriculum, what they use, but the only funny thing, if you go to foreign countries, they've updated many of their own.
I want to, since we're talking about the youth and education, the other day I gave up on Nigerians. Something interesting happened. I was on my live and I wanted to talk about a jackpot situation where a woman tried to get her husband deported, and then the husband reported her for bringing another child that was not their own so eventually the whole family was deported. And as I was about to start, I wanted to go to Tunde Ednot's page to look for the story, only for me to see that Jonathan was announced as PDP's presidential candidate. So I was like, oh, wow. Jonathan is announced as PDP's presidential candidate 3 minutes ago, literally. Should we talk about this? We're in the middle of political season. We're in the middle of where change can be made. Do you know, everybody said, no, please, let's talk about our gist. One guy came and said, Daddy Freeze, I'll give you 500,000 naira. Let's change the topic to politics. Who think concern me? Now I send them account. Now I credit my account. Now we change the topic. But my question is, the youth that want a better Nigeria, you don't even want to talk about it.
They don't want
you don't want to bail the cat in your own little way. We're not telling you to go and do the work. Just even, okay, maybe if you listen to that topic, you realize, okay, this is why Jonathan is a bad candidate, or this is why Jonathan is a good candidate. This is why I should vote for Obi, or this is why I should stay with APC. You just hear on the internet APC is bad, Jonathan is good, you just rush there. My problem is, and although I don't agree in totality with the Money Point CEO, I see some reasoning with him. Nigerian youth are not ready for the conversations that will make the change you are talking about. And I agree with you. If you carry 3 million naira a month, you will get people that will rival what they are doing in Oracle abroad. But you want to pay them 100K or 200K. But the average Nigerian youth, our population is very young. I'm sure you are aware.
Very true.
More than 60% of our population are youths. If these youths are not willing to remove their heads from the clouds of religion, and as much as I love internet, it brings entertainment. It doesn't bring that much education. Oh, there's educational content on the internet. But what on your timeline, what is sent to you? comedy skits, people reacting. This person is engaged to this person cheated on this person. Oh, with a population of youths like that, what do you think the solution is in the grand scheme of things?
Going to the foundation, changing, adding some things to academics.
Like,
for there's a topic I think government should add. It's called education. That is the name of the topic, education. In the sense that you need to understand that the world out there, academics does not prepare you well enough for it. And academics, first of all, in this country has been bastardized. My dad has a school. Growing up, we had the big, I think at the point we had the largest number of people in Ogun State, Chagam that time. We had about 1,000 students. There about then. The number started to drop drastically with the decline of morality decay in society. How? When people get to SS3, they move to another school where they will allow special centers. So at first, it was strange to us to cheat. Then gradually society made it a norm. So what that does is that when I know from SS1, say that SS3 where they go, I don't need stress. I go special center. I don't need to prepare. And you see, in the preparation is where your mind gets that elasticity. That's where you learn patience. It's where you learn long delayed gratification. That's where you learn your mind is expanded. You learn things that you may not need, but it has expanded your mind well enough to hold certain conversations that will matter later. But when you just cut corners, you are used to immediate. I know what has made it worse? Social media. The fact that we put 18 on a call bot, you see 18. Everything 18, but social media, there's no age gap there. But let me tell you the fundamental flaw about it. Listen to this real quick. You see, back in the days, I was one of those people, I'm not going to lie, that used to watch what they call blue film. Remember blue film? Pornography. That's what they call it now. Do you know how intelligent you have to be to watch blue film back then? Do you know how crazy intelligent you have to be? You have to be fair. You have to be a very cunning person. You have to be a supreme market planner. You have to be time conscious. First, you have to steal money from your parents. Then you have to go somewhere far from your house to go rent the CD. They know they buy them that time. Then when you want to rent the CD, there has to be someone of your guy, your friend, who say, just help me do them. Then that one will write his name so they don't tell your father in case they know you. Now, when you get home, the way houses were structured then, the TV is always directly opposite the father's bedroom, if you notice. And always backing the window. So anybody from the window can see what's going on the TV. That's how houses were constructed then. Now, you also have to plan the timing that your parents will not be around when you're back from school. All this can take you 2 weeks planning for 2 minutes of stupidity. So sometimes you won't want to do this because it's stressful. Because if they take the light again, and that thing is inside that TV. That's the day you understand that you are a mechanical engineer. That's how I learned that, oh yes, I knew how to use screwdriver. There was one day that the thing didn't want to remove. As I unscrew it finish, I broke the CD inside that thing. You know that thing, you break that thing and I could remove it. Because you know it used to hook when it's there. I broke it, remove it. Say, it's not me you key in this house. Because my father always watches it. So he always watches like this DVD. So he will know. He will see it. And my father will beat. Oh no. So I broke it. All this 2 minutes of stupidity, 2 weeks. Today, an average youth, just in his room, on his phone, in just 1 minute, he can see 1,000 women naked.
He's beyond that now.
Do you know what that does to the mind? I was reading about detriment of pornography recently, and I found out that pornography does more harm than we think to the mind of a human being. It begins. There's a place in your brain, the amygdala, that interprets something. It changes it. It changes the construct on how you view human beings to a thing, not a person. It replaces it from a person to be loved, but a thing to be used. So that's why when you see an average girl as you are passing, the only thing you can think of is sex. It's sex. Your brain cannot interpret her better. That's what porn does. It makes you pursue after a feeling and not a person. And that thing, as social media is one of it. So, number one, the reason why I say education is because it cuts across everything. Youth in secondary school need to understand that not having access to social media or regimenting what goes to those people's platform based on their age should be monitored by the government. If you say it's not possible, go to China. I was reading about China today. First of all, China have a different algorithm compared to ours. Their youths don't see all this nonsense that we see. I be like, time in it. All those, they don't do all those things. They have a sector for that. They don't allow those algorithms. Now, what did China do? There's an exam in China called Gaokao. It's the hardest exam on earth. And that's the only exam you can pass to get to institution. It is said that Chinese students, parents, fly their children away from China to Harvard because it's too hard to pass the exam. The youth, they will study for a period of 6 months for this one exams. The teachers, they will take every teacher setting the exam to military camp. They will hide them for 3 months. They don't give them access to phones. So you're only released after the exam is done. So you can't even give questions to anybody. Regimented. They use drones on the exam day that monitors any slight movement, like you want to cheat. If you cheat in Gaokao exam, it is said that you can be jailed. Is that serious? So the average youth there, I am reading to pass me. Their mentality is completely different from ours. And you wonder why China is successful. You wonder why. I said I was watching one documentary one day. The people that do the reels that you are watching. I saw one room. There are like 50 phones organized around. And then this small boy, around age 16, is just there. And then there's programming they are using to generate about 100 reels per minute. Like code, like prompt, AI, and it's per minute to one PC. The PC is sending it already to different phones. And that's what you are seeing on your listing. That's why there's enough reels to go on. If you scroll for the rest of your life, from now, if you scroll from now to the rest of your life, you will not finish what you have online. There are over 1 trillion reels on media. And this is most of it by YouTube.
So does this not validate the argument made by the Money Point CEO? For example, no, I would allow you continue.
Okay.
Does this not validate the argument made by the Money Point CEO? You have spoken about an examination where you are talking about a system that wants excellence. But we live in a country where JAMB is reducing the cutoff mark. JAMB is reducing the cutoff mark. Does that not show a decline? And that is the system that produced the people who want to earn 3 million. In China,
is he Nigerian?
Is
the man Nigerian?
He's Nigerian. He's a product of this system.
Good.
Great Ife.
All the top countries in the world that have done, countries that have revolutionized, was it done by government?
Well, some countries, government played the important role.
No, government came and partnered. They needed to partner. But it started with people, private sectors first.
Yes.
If he knows that that's the problem, that 3 billion, why not he invest in a different educational structure entirely, designed for people who soul-heartedly want to work? And the idea is to employ people that will not train these people regimentedly. It's not by force, it's by choice. Why not create that structure? Why not? It's something I want to do. Why not do it? For example, in eSport today, KD Sports and Game Evo Sports, those are the companies I work with for eSports. They are taking about 6 or 7 of youth that play games to France next week or 2 weeks at a time. Today, I'm supposed to even go to embassy. After this, I'm going to the embassy. We are going to France. We were there last year. I went with John, Killer Freak. Now, that in itself, imagine this boy, Killer Freak, does not have eSports that he's doing. What do you think will happen to his mind? He will use it for something else. But I took him at an early age when he was 18. Pam, come here. Your brain is too good. No. And painstakingly, I removed myself from the media outlet like as number 1 gamer in Nigeria, and I poured it on him. Sacrifice. Look at now, we are going to France to go and play a tournament. That tournament prize pool is $74 million in Saudi Arabia. It's called Esports World Cup by Saudi Arabia. Happens every year. We are going for it. Mr. Kumi Spectacular is one leading the charge with KD Sport, this thing. I'm the major influencer, so we are going, all expense paid. There are some other youths that are going for this thing. Now that, if there's enough money, they will take more talent. Okay. So let me just say this. What I'm bringing out is the structure needed for that thing you want. You can build it yourself, sir, if you really want to. There are some Nigerians that genuinely want to work, but where would they go and learn and stay for 7 hours every day to learn how to become someone that want to work for you? when I can't even afford basic needs.
You see, this affording basic needs that he's talking about. 2-3 weeks ago, I followed my wife for World Chef Congress. My wife was one of the people representing Nigeria. We had to buy our own flight ticket. We had to pay, it was £800 per person. Since I was going to, I had to pay. Where's the government support? You are talking about this gaming. What's the government supporting you with?
I don't know. I don't know. I just know that it's Mr. Kumi and Kiddy Sport that is heading everything.
You'll be amazed that this is why we have cultural and tourism centers and ministers. This is why we have all these things in Nigeria. But where is that investment? Gaming is a big thing. I show Speed. What is he again?
Influencer. Gaming is number 1 in the world anyways.
Right now,
number 1 in the world. GDP.
When you are saying education, what do you think about universities teaching courses related to gaming, influencing, and social media?
Yes, they need to. It's under education.
So this it validates the argument that the Money Point CEO is making. He's telling you systemic educational flaws. You cannot wake up and say you want to go and teach gaming. Wait.
Okay.
The NUC would look at the available material and give approval. So if the people who are to give approval are not giving approval, it's a problem. You mentioned Killer Freak and said you identified him at a very young age. You made your own sacrifice and painstakingly poured into him. We live in a society where the people who are willing to do this, it would appear like some people are deliberately circumventing their efforts so that they don't get there. This guy could have spent his 3 billion naira anywhere else in the world and nobody would have faulted him. But he's saying, okay, we have a system. Let me make this investment. Those who control this system are those who are supposed to effect the changes so that 3 billion when he pour, it not go be like say the money waste.
Okay, I understand what you're saying now in the sense that he's saying that the system itself is flawed. Then we agree. And I agree with him.
So that's why I said context. A lot of the people who reacted to what he said
and I agree with him.
Saw the viral clip and started reacting. 500 people, it's not possible. Pay them 3 million. You are paying peanuts. The man is telling you he wants people who can compete globally. Your counterparts in China and Japan, whether you like them or not.
You see the reason I said globally? Let me not lie to you. There's a guy called Farouk Manzo. He's in our clique of FIFA players.
Is he a Nigerian?
He's Nigerian. Farouk Manzo is currently the best FIFA player in Nigeria, followed by Killer Freak. You see this? Last year it was Killer Freak. This year it is Farouk. Like 2 of them are best friends, like the interchange and everything. Do you know how Farouk got better? I used to think that if you go abroad and play with those people, their brain is not special now. We're as good as them. That's in a couple. When Farouk went to Morocco, he spent 2 months. He was training with the I was in Morocco for AFCON. I understand why they say they are not Africans. Those people, their mentality is not, they don't be like Africans. First of all, their structure is like France. If you go there, you think you're abroad. Morocco. Farouk spent 2 months there. He came back. When he was playing, when I saw him play, when he was training, I told Killer Freak, I said, this boy, there's something different. This boy is moving mad. There's something different in his IQ. Farouk told me, and I said when he got there first, he played a guy called Kelan. He's one of the best players in South Africa. He said, Kelan beats me like 7 times. I won 3. He said, Tomide, I realized that I'm a local champion. He said, by the time I was leaving, me and that Kelan played again. I won 10. He won like 2 or 3. By the time he came back, he almost went unbeaten in our National Soccer League, wiping everybody. People that he was struggling with, he was wiping us like we're nothing. Why? 2 months. You never spent 6 months. Just 2 months. So that means whatever structure they have there,
exactly,
we need people that can actually go there. The goal is not to go and enjoy. It's to go and take education.
Thank you.
And now come back here and replicate. Me, this France, I'm going with them. I'm not going there to go and have fun. I told Farouk and Killer Africa and Mr. Kumi, I said, I'm going there to learn what it means to be a coach. I want to go and learn from those other top those pro coaches. I'm going to make friends with them. And thank God I'm popular online. They like when you're popular. They will agree. You say, let's do content. I say, sorry, what are the things you look at?
Exactly.
I need to know what defines your structure. So when I come back, I can now replicate. Now, why I said that him, even though I know he's right, he can still provide that structure. Why not organize a program where there are certain people that volunteer, vetted, he sponsors them to go on a training. It's just example of what my father did now. 6 months, it took like 8 or 12 of us to a certain place. He was training us for 4 years. All 6 of us were still in contact today. If you listen to our theology, you can tell that there's a difference. He wasn't paid, he did it for free. But I'm saying, why not just do it that way? Create the structure. You do it.
Tomide, I agree with you.
Now,
Very valid point.
one point I want to drag out of this, and is a very important point. My mother is a vice chancellor of a university, a professor of law, president of law, Teachers Association of Nigeria at a point, on the board of like 6 or 7 African universities. So when it comes to education, my mother is part of the people that educate the sons that you have in court today. Many of them went through my mom. But there's a fault I have with the educational sector, and I want to talk about it right now. I have only BSc. I started work with Cool FM. I can say what radio is today, what them OPJ did that was different was we were the people that laid the foundation. They used to shout at us and off our mic. We used to read news and put interjection. We used to laugh in the middle of news, which was wrong. But we rebranded and brought personality into the radio. And through that ended up where we are today. There is no PhD that they can give you that will equate to what we can do on the radio or what we've done with the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody asked me one day, said, Daddy Freeze, how come you've not gone for your master's? And my response was, what do I need masters for? This killer freak that you're talking about went to learn for 2 months in Morocco.
No, Farouk. That's
Farouk, oh sorry. And what he learned in Morocco, there is no educational institution in Nigeria that will give him that. It's a shame. He will get a university degree, he will get a master's, he will get a PhD, but he's not going to go and compete for $74 million because you'll be amazed that some of those people did not even finish secondary school.
Yes. I agree.
So my question now is, because the world listens to Honest Bunch, professors listen to Honest Bunch, the things that matter most in 2026 are not taught in school.
True.
How do we inculcate
specifically
career paths that the people that set up the curriculum do not know exist? You right now have the opportunity to address the world, address the educational system. Our children are doing Yahoo because you are training somebody who wants to be a gamer pharmacy.
Fair point.
When APC won the last election, one girl called me up. They have rigged the election against Lenwe. If you don't understand Yoruba, we tell you. This girl, we remember her. Na man do our ek. The guy name na, her name na.
No talk.
Make I just say her name na. Imagine say, make they say Titi Lokpe, make big man like HM stand up. You know when they do roll call, they say Titi Lokpe, HM stand up.
That's my feminine side.
Only you 3 people do your, and you are complaining about the government rigging. Nobody, your parents begin rig you from.
As it is true. The hypocrisy in Nigerians is alarming. We call out fraud when it does not affect us. That's how we are. We're hypocrites.
When it affects us,
Success.
Favor, success. I was talking to one day, one guy, I said, why do you even do this? You don't make money now, stop now. He said, brother, he said, emancipate yourself. He said, what did the white man do? I said, okay. I said, okay. So you have a sister? He said, yes. I said, do you think your sister would have hurt one boy or the other at least in her lifetime? He said, no. I said, let me help you. Yes, she must have offended one guy. So what if that guy now decides, a man now decides to useless your sister because he was hurt? Say, guy, I know that. That's the thing. They don't know how to hold conversation. Once you probe them, you realize they are empty. Like, we are so poor in this country, all we have is money. That's all we have. Money. Nothing in our head. You can't. I was on my live one day. I said, I dare everybody on this life as a guy, go on a date right now. Do me a favor. Don't speak about any topic that has to do with money with the lady. You realize how useless you are as a being. Don't talk about what have you eaten. Don't talk about anything related to money. Just talk about natural. You can talk without involving money. Do it with a girl. Especially a woman. Do it. I quadruple dare you. You go realize, say, you don't know anything. And now you won't head the home. Now you won't be leader for home. Now you won't head the home. So that education thing. Now, I don't know every sector. But what I do know is that there are certain content creators that there are certain content creators that they understand media. There's a guy called Chef Giwa. He sells food. If you watch his page, I watched it recently. I had to call him. I said, brother, you sabi.
The guy good.
You understand the market. You understand that change has come. In his page, you get like 4 things, not just food. You get storyline. You get cinematography. You get acting. Then you get history.
All while being
entertained. And the goal is for you to buy food. I told him, I said, if I know and his food is good. I said, if I know be your guy, I will buy your food. I go buy him. Because the structure that you have laid on your page, and now, if food page don't get engagement, because it's just food, nobody's going to comment, like it's just food. You'll be seeing 1,000 comments.
Yes.
400 comments. 700 comments. He's not paying anybody to influence for him again. He said, Tomide, I understand this thing now. The idea of advertising has changed. It has gone away from the way it used to be. You advertise on TV stations. Those people can't do it for you anymore. The change has occurred. When typewriter was going out of existence, people were still importing thousands of typewriter. They didn't know. They didn't see it. When they came to meet Nokia, they said Nokia Alpha. Android technology, Nokia now. Yeah, I remember 1998, thereabout. Nokia was number 1 in the world. Nokia said no. They are still paying for it till today. They gave Samsung. Samsung collected it. The change didn't happen immediately. Even until year 2008, Express Music was still trending. But the change had occurred already. They didn't know. The same thing happened with King Saul. God said, you're no longer the king. He didn't believe. He probably thought you're capping. 17 years after, he was still the king. They anointed David. It took 17 years for him to be the king. The crown on your head does not validate your office.
Say that again.
The crown under your head does not validate your office. You see that your 4 million followers, it does not validate your office. You can have all the money, but you need to understand that there's some people that understand the change. Now, education, for example, me, I use my platform to educate people in terms of social media structure, what works. I told them recently, football content creators, I said, Alpha, you people are not seeing the change. There's already saturation in content creators in sport. Very soon, many of you will lose relevance because everybody will get bored. Same thing happened with Skit. Ask Kataifi. Kataifi is my guy. When he came to Lagos, I was there. I knew him in 2021 when he was coming to Sydney Tucker's house. I was the first to tell Kata and Sydney Tucker before God and man. They will see this video. Kata denied if I'm lying. I told him, I said, Skit will lose relevance soon. Said he's out of market. 2021, when they were still trending. I said, because it is normal common sense. The idea of value is rarity. Foolishness must exist for wisdom to continue to have value.
Say that again.
Foolishness, it must exist for wisdom to have value. If there's no foolishness, wisdom can have value. If wisdom is rampant, people will be jogging fast to be foolish because that's what will have value. That's how it is. Evil exists for good to have value. The idea of darkness is the idea of light is overwhelming darkness. In this room, there's darkness. Once this light goes off, everywhere will become dark. It's not like the darkness will come from outside and enter. Its light only has relevance in the presence of darkness. That's only where light has relevance. It has to be inside. It has to overwhelm the darkness. So darkness must exist. It exists for light to have value. In physics, the definition of darkness is what? Absence of light. So on that ground, education should be integrated into the academical structure in the sense that there are certain topics like, okay, social media balancing. That education can be something that they do like all those home economics that they do in between like 1 hour, 2 hours. I believe it should be a serious course because it's more important. So in that education, it can now be different different subtopics like social media balancing, business, outdoor business, where you bring Igbo businessmen
to lecture.
Igbo businessmen. Don't look for people that have passed the test of the technicality of English language. If you go to Idumotama, you will see one small shop like this. You know if you stand that boy for money. You go to see another small shop. Like, he shop there, but his stuff, he did one place for up. There was one day I was talking to one Igbo guy that I used to buy clothes from. Me now, people think that, oh, Tomide, because I signed one deal in 2022 with that KD Sport, 30 million. People were like, oh, Tomide has made money. Till today, I buy my clothes from Idumota Market. I go there myself. I trek like a normal human being. I have the capacity to buy from more important. But I'll say, if I do that, I can't do other things. Like giving, like sacrificing, like doing all of that. I don't need to show it off online. Because me, I've often said it. Government to help me remove that thing. They should do what China did. That flaunting of wealth online. Me they miss komotam. I beg. Me they me komotam. Me they komo that thing. That thing has more harm than good. I'm telling you.
I agree with you, even though we are guilty. Why do we flaunt it? Because they will watch it.
They'll watch it.
That's why we flaunt
But that's
it.
not an excuse now.
See,
The fact that people watch it.
see, at the end of the day,
we should also be responsible.
At the end of the day, it's the view count that matters.
You see this meta? You see these meta glasses? If I snap it and post it up online, nobody will say anything. Because it's already common. Let it be the only gold-plated one. And let me post it up online. Both the poster and the congratulator, both of you have wretchedness inside of you. Because you will not congratulate me when I uploaded it normally. But because the new one has proven rarity, I have attained what is rare that not everybody can actually attain. So it unlocks that wretchedness inside of you to congratulate. But some people understand this thing and they will do it for the sake of the likes, for the comments, for the relevance. They understand it. The idea of posting wealth, if you check it well, it comes from the bosom of wretchedness and oppression.
Okay, talking about...
And also, sorry, because I wanted us to go here, and also from the kind of people we have. If you lived in a society where you posted wealth and nobody liked it, you're not going to post it. But because you post it, they're going to clamor for, hey, oh, there's something, and there's something I wanted to add to. You see, knowledge has its limitations. That's why somebody, as knowledgeable as he is, he only has one PhD. Another person has 2 PhDs. You know the beauty about stupidity? It has no limitation. You can decide today to be as stupid as you want to be, and you can achieve it. I want us to listen to this particular video.
Emulate your footsteps.
That's a serious question, a difficult question for me, because I've argued repeatedly that our society is rigged against young people.
Right.
So they've got to be very careful in this environment. If you look at it, most things have been, rules have been put in place, things have been, measures have been put in place to make it very difficult for young people to succeed. When I was young, it was not like that. Right. It's almost as if some Nigerians, as they got older, kept on redefining, pulling the rug along with themselves. And the environment that enabled them to come in and succeed, they withdrew it. Right. So that today's young people cannot repeat what they did. I am sad that today, no young Nigerian at age 33 can begin a bank the way I did. Because the rules won't even let him. You understand me? If you have 10 years experience and you come for a banking license, they'll throw you out. So the point I'm making is that I would like young people, and that's why you find that young people today in Nigeria are concentrated in the creative arts, in music, in Nollywood. These are the areas where the rules have not been rigged against them.
Yeah.
You see, it's difficult for a 78-year-old man to be better than a 22-year-old at hip-hop music. So they're going to the areas where they're allowed to compete and excel. Because if they want to get land to build a factory, they'll be rigged out of it in their state or rigged out of it by somebody else.
So that people understand, that is Atedo Peter side. He'll be 71 in July. He's the founder of Stanbic IBTC. That was what he referred to. And he started when he was 33 years old. So he just spoke extensively about the condition of the average young Nigerian today and the challenges that they are faced with. Your reaction to this statement?
Well, I think I'm aligned with him. One of the let me use the practicality of what I do to say what he's doing. I have a junior brother. He's 11 years old. though he's around 19 now. I say 11. The gap between us is about 11 years. That's what I mean. Yes. But his mentality is not the same as Gen Z in this world. It's not. He has the same thinking as me. Why? Because of my dad. He only told me one thing. You see, now in my life today, I have 5 teachers. One of the things that I wanted to say buttress to him is that you can implement this by having people who stay in the life of these people. It's a painstaking work. You need to stay in their life. The best way this generation learns is through social media. That is the truth. You can't fight it. Social media is where they learn the most. And the problem about social media and this generation is you cannot fight them with regimentation anymore. It will ignite their rebellion. They will just rebel. They'll say, you don't want us to enjoy. So there are 3 ways you can get them to listen to you, which I learned from my teacher. 3 ways. Number 1, you have to negotiate with them first. You have to inspire them, and you need to provide clarity. That clarity is the biggest one. Why do you think a lot of youth and VDM has that kind of power online? It's clarity. The clarity is too much. You will come out that I'm not a saint though. If a rich woman matter, I'm like this. He will tell you his flaws. This is me. This is how I am. This is this. He will tell you the NGO. You can check it yourself. This, da, 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 da. So all of those things provides. You see, it's a tactic that he doesn't know he's doing. He doesn't know. He doesn't even know he's doing, but that's it. When you can provide clarity, you can't tell me that as a youth in this age, you are telling me not to give some. That thing that my mother told me then, she can't do it now. The youth will tell you, mommy, why? Did this woman online not give? They will ask you questions. And if you tell them not to ask, you're only going to edit their behavior around you. When they go out there, they will show you that weary way you never see. If you go to TikTok today, you see girls doing all of these things, showing their body and everything. I said, parents, stay in the life of your kids. It is not easy. It's pain. See, that thing is painstaking. If not for my father, I craze gone. I know what I can do. That's why nobody can just tell me that there's no. Do you know what I was? Without God, I'm a beast. I'm mean. I'm tough. I don't know how to forgive. I don't know how to say I'm sorry. Remove God from me, I'm finished. Just remove that God. You will see the worst part of me. Women, they suffered in my hand before I became a Christian. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Chim. Heartless. You mean they say men spend on women? I'm not joking. In my lifetime, before I became a Christian, women were spending on me. There's a girl in Babcock University when I was in 200 level, she was in 100 level. Before God and man, she gave me an ATM card because I made her love up.
You made her love up?
Yes. And it was even a bet from a WhatsApp group between me and my best friend. He's married now. He will know when he sees it. I'm not joking. It was a bet. You can't get this girl because she's fine. I said, me. But you're watching her. She was dating safe.
Hey.
I made her leave the relationship. I got her. We did stuff. She gave me an ATM card. You don't know. You see, I tell people.
Thank God for saving you.
See, let me tell you, this is how you know it. Intelligence is a vice. Intelligence is not good or bad. Have you watched Money Heist? You watch Money Heist? You watch Money Heist now?
Yeah.
The professor that led the robbing of the bank, is he intelligent or not? He is. Intelligence can rob a bank. You need to be intelligent to be a good arm robber. Diligence can rob a bank.
You know, easy to jump fence.
All those things are not the intelligence, diligence, hard work. You need to be hardworking to do what bandits are doing in Nigeria. They wake up day and night. They are on the road looking forward to kidnap. It's hard work. Hard work is not a strategy, it's a neutral thing. It depends on what you channel it to. That's what now makes it a productive vice or not. Anything on earth can be misused. This thing is a mic, but I can use it as a weapon to hit someone. Misuse. This water is for drinking, but I can take it inside someone's mouth and stuff it and make sure that they choke. Misuse. There's nothing that cannot be misused. This thing was designed, metal glasses, for you to help you with tech and whatever with your phone. I can use this glass to record a naked woman unknowingly.
Misuse.
Codeine was made for cough
codeine,
mixture.
exactly. Drugs can be misused. Weed is not evil. It is the misuse of it that is evil. It's misuse. Anything can be misused. So once you understand that fundamental, you can now start applying it to every sector. You now start to realize that okay. So if I don't, it's not just that I'm intelligent. Knowledge is you can use it for evil or good. Knowledge doesn't mean anything. And in any case, you see, having knowledge safe in the next 5 years, people who have knowledge are going out of demand.
People who
have knowledge, you will go out of demand. You will. People are not saying it.
Why?
This one, I'm saying it now on the camera. People who have knowledge will go out of demand. This is why. We're going into a generation, first of all, we've seen the introduction of ChatGPT, where anything you say, I can easily verify and read about it. Right? Before, I needed to go and take books and spend hours and days and months to get it. In a single 30 minutes, I can research everything you know about that topic and verify if you're lying. Right? We're going into an age where there's what? They're going to start introducing chip. That from just my mind, from my camera glasses, I can be on with you and the new Meta glasses will be showing me real of whatever inside the glass. I can see it. So what you know becomes too available to everybody. It's not special. I can verify what you know. So what now makes you special is the application of that knowledge. How you use it. That's what's going to be in demand. Video graphics designer will go out of existence. People that can do editing of graphics, of even audio, their demand will go. It is people that can now apply prompts, because prompt will be faster when you give AI the prompt. Because the better your prompt, the better the output.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to give prompt, you're not going to be useful. But people are not seeing the change now. It's already happening. It is. If you go to Combo's page, the football guy, you will see that his graphics, this thing that he uses, he has changed it. It's AI. Whoever he must have been paying for graphics before has lost a job. And that's one. That's how it starts. I saw that creators today started using the AI thing. I was just laughing. I say, people will lose jobs. You will lose jobs. AI, from one shot like this, there are AI versions that will do left, right angle, make it look like you took 3 takes. What does that tell you? There will be elimination of photographers and videographers.
You need only one camera.
You need only one camera very soon. Those things are going to go out of X. You're going to, it's there, it's on paper. They don't teach this in academics. You won't see it. It's people that can question the environment deep enough. Now, instead of you to now come and meet them and say, we need you in our school to come and teach for just 2 hours 2 times every week. We'll pick a day for you, we'll pay you well, come and teach the youth this thing. We'll call it education. It can be life education. Today we're talking about this, but they won't do it. You know why? Because me, if I now tell you that, I'll charge you 2 million per month too. Not me now. I'll tell you I'll charge you 2 million. You say, 2 million per month. Life education. You think it's the nonsense you're doing in academics? Oh yeah, let's see where your students go after they come out now. Oh yeah, now come stand them now. You say easy to grow on Instagram.
Bring it to the real world.
Bring it to the real world now. Let's see you. You think hard work is a strategy. Hard work is not a strategy. You can be hardworking outside of your purpose and you'll be jogging fast into yesterday. Hard work is not a strategy. I don't know hardworking or people that are not making progress.
Bricklayer, you hardworking.
I know, you don't reach them now. Not downplaying them, but there are people that are giving them jobs who are not doing that work, just mental work, and they're making more money.
So if they're not going to help us, according to the man in the video that we saw, okay, so all the parts where we say we as the young generation feel use that they block them. Is there a way that, we the young generation can come together and achieve this, the better nation on our own without needing, the older generation or all those places where we say that they block for us?
The way I know that is working now is through social media too. I have a lot of people in their thousands who come to my page, who ask me questions, who say, guy, your message has changed how I think, how I do this. Now you won't know that you are changing. For example, that simple thing we analyze now, anything can be misused. Most people don't know it. They can't articulate, they don't understand it. They don't even know that it makes sense until you tell them that anything can be misused too. For example, I can use that same Bible that I used to teach to liberate you. I can use it to teach you to give me all your money.
Amen.
And it will work.
I can use it to make you a slave.
Yes.
Ephesians chapter 6 verse 5.
I can use it. It's called misuse. Anything can be misused. When you don't arrive at right interpretation. Okay, let me say something. It's a scripture in the Bible. I was telling them on my live 2 days ago. So there's a scripture in the Bible. I don't know what brought that topic up. Let me just put it here. It says the thief cometh, John 10, the thief cometh to steal, to kill, and destroy. I said, that place is not talking about the devil.
Absolutely.
It wasn't. Check the Hebrew translation there. That particular one, that's John. Read it from the. Each
From
of those
Greek.
verses like a
New
letter.
Testament is Greek.
It's Greek. Read the Greek translation. You see, all those Bible you're saying, they are letters, not numbered. It is just the numbering to make it look orderly, to memorize and all of that. So I said, go and check it. We checked it on the live. Check the Greek translation. That place, if you read from the beginning, it first said, I know when I leave, ravenous wolves will arise among you. You understand? And then it now said something about whose God is their belly. For the thief cometh to steal, to kill, and destroy. That thief, the translation in Greek is leaders, pastors, and prophets. I'm not calling names. I'm only interpreting scripture. So I can be a pastor, and what I'm doing is I'm feeding my belly.
Absolutely.
That doesn't mean that I don't respect you. I respect you, sir. I'm only interpreting scripture. That's what the scripture tells me.
Very beautiful point. I was watching a scholar yesterday who raised Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12, who says, childish leaders, youth will oppress my people. And he ended with saying, women will rule over you. Meanwhile, it is not women that the Hebrew was talking about. And do you know how many people say only a foolish society, women will rule over you as part of the curse of a foolish society, because they don't lack the understanding to do the proper interpretation. I want us to touch on something very important. Your mind is free. You've understood the beauty of being a Christian. A lot of people think I don't believe in God. I believe in God, but I don't believe God is going to stop the sun so that our bandits can release the children. That's never going to happen. All our at least 30 celebrities have died in the last 2 years. None have been raised. That's not the function of God. God gives inspiration, direction, and revelation to his people. And it is now what you do with the inspiration, direction, and revelation that will take you to where you are going to. You've set yourself free. You've lost friends. You've lost relationships. You've lost business. And you are saying it publicly. Do you think if there's anybody that wants to stand up and fight for their truth will be encouraged or discouraged? Because when I fought for my own truth, I was just lucky that I have a wonderful wife. It's one of the reasons why I thank God that my ex left when she left. Because when the persecution started, I even hear that is what my ex used to get asylum to go abroad, that I'm fighting religion in Nigeria. I heard. I cannot verify. This I heard. Oh yeah. And it was one popular female pastor that likes dollars that helped her. You guys have no, as in you have no, when he started talking, I just look and they laugh, say you never see anything. May they use your case, get asylum to go abroad. So when they submitted the file, they Google me and say, this guy, I will give you asylum. So how do you now ginger the youth?
Yes, to speak.
There's prison sentence waiting for a person who want talk truth. The one who no go prison go lose revenue. The one who no lose revenue go lose relationship. Who is willing to bail that cat?
First of all, this is what I'm going to tell the youth. If you check the way I talk when I reply most people, I'm not after showing that people are wrong or false. I just want to talk about the truth. But the thing about truth is that it cuts. It's sharper than two-edged sword. It can affect you. It will look like I'm attacking and I'm not. And my goal for when I even talk about religion and all that is not to name call pastors. I was raised well. The fact that you might not be teaching what I perceive to be the truth does not mean I'll not respect. I'll respect you to the core. I won't speak when you're speaking. I'll walk out the door if you tell me to leave. I'll respect you. I'll give you all of that. But when it comes to defending my master's work, Christ, I will talk. That one is non-negotiable. That one you can't take away from me. 2, this fundamental flaw needs to be addressed. Have you heard of this scripture? Give and it will come back to you. Good measure, press down, shake it
together.
Do you know that if not for my father, I never knew that scripture was not talking about money? That particular scripture. I say I am lucky. My dad is not someone that likes media, but let's talk about doctrine of Christ. I've seen it. He has done it practically. Laid down his life for the brethren. He's an emblem of service. That's why there are certain things that I don't do and I don't feel bad about because it's already part of me. For example, growing up, my father will come to my toilet in the middle of the night. If he sees pee stain on that WTC, you are dead. Oh, no. He go first beat your own toilet. Oh. He will beat you. He will tell you when you want to pee. You set your penis to the water must go direct. All those things. I did not know that those things were teaching me how to love one another. Because he always said, don't you know someone else might want to sit down there? So look, he was integrating it into me. Little by little. I didn't know. Now he brought it up one day. I quoted give and I come back to you one day like that. He just said, no. He said, that scripture is not. You say, come. Say, let's open it together. You tell, don't be lazy. You say, open it. So yeah, sit down there. Let's check the interpretation. Let's check the meaning. We start from the top. That place was talking about, he first listed some things about mercy, forgiveness. When you give forgiveness, good measure will come back. It wasn't money. So one of the key things to identify there is don't be lazy. Check things for yourself.
Do you realize that more than 95% of New Testament giving is to the poor, not to the church? It's to the poor.
But they don't design them to the church.
Even me, when I want to give in the church, I don't give stupidly. Like, because I'm scared. I understand that if I don't give, I don't lose anything. I'm not saying you should not give. I'll get there. But if you don't give, you don't lose anything. Don't let anybody fool you. You don't lose anything. Because the truth is, God doesn't need you to give because of fear of losing out. That's manipulation. If you are giving, it's as a result of you know that you are blessed. It's like Melchizedek and Abraham. Abraham did not give because he wanted blessings. The Bible says, and he was blessed. And Abraham gave a tenth of his offering. The blessing came first before the giving. That's the first. If you read the Gen, that's where it happened from. So I give because I understand that, okay, God have been blessed. And in the idea and the grand scheme of things, my work on earth is to use all that is mine as a steward to advance your kingdom on earth. It cannot be done if the gen is not running. For example, you not be gen on this power, this place. You need light. You need money to do these things. So on that ground, I would give because my giving, I know that it is going to help the church to move. Mind you, church in itself also is not the building.
It's the people.
It's the people. Church was gotten from the Greek word ecclesia.
Yeah.
It's not the building, it's the
congregation.
People. So the congregation is what I'm truly after. But the congregation also need a space where they can come and stay. So on that ground, we understand that we need fuel, we need lights, we need to be conducive. For example, you can't invite Daddy Face come and talk in your program and the whole place is stuffy and heat. You won't be able to stay. I can't even teach in that kind of environment. So you need money to do it. So where would the money come from? Collective minds that understand that we're going to learn from this. For example, I'll come to his live sometimes to check when he wants to. I'll just come and say, let me see what he's saying. Because I get updates from certain people. So I was just breaking it and said, if I didn't have internet, money, I can't come. If I didn't have a good phone, I can't come. I can't check it. So whether you like it or not, your money is not that if you don't give, anything bad will happen to you. But to advance the kingdom of God on earth, finance is needed. On that ground, I give because I have been blessed. Not out of fear of anything will happen to me. Nothing will happen to me because Elon Musk does not give.
I want to ask a question. In the world of remote jobs, question 1, there are like 3 questions, but just answer how your spirit leads you. Do we still really need the mega church building? Let me tell you something. Many of these churches don't need these buildings but they are ego trips for the pastors. I remember one particular pastor, it was said of him that he was standing on his church laughing at 2 churches in Lekki. I can see you from my balcony, your boys' quarters. Today, that boys' quarters church is now bigger than the other guy's church. There is this ego to build bigger edifices without necessarily building bigger people. In Europe, it's sweeping across Europe now. Almost 60 to 70%. My statistics may be wrong. I stand corrected. Churches, you can sell a church, you can buy a church and live inside. Churches are for sale. Nobody goes there. In Germany, across Europe, in the UK, there are churches for sale because they built the building but didn't build the people. And the people now realize that they don't need the building. The Yoruba people say, Omota abako, agbele tabako. We didn't raise the people. Now they've sold the houses. And I'm bringing that to Nigeria right now. Top 10. I beg you, top 10 church auditoriums. Put it to Google, please. Wherever you are, watch this. Top 10 church auditoriums. Top 10 church auditoriums. I typed very quickly. It's here. You can see the list with me. At number 10, Galaxy Temple, Calvary Temple, India. 9, Zimbabwe United Family Church. 8, Deeper Life, First Nigerian Church, Lagos. 7, International Gospel Center for Warri, Delta State. Second in the top 10.
Niger.
6, Bethany Church, Indonesia. 5, Faith Tabernacle, Ota, Ogun State. 4, Temple of Glory, God is Love Pentecostal Church, Brazil. 3, Champions Royal Assembly Auditorium, Abuja. 2, Glory Dome Dunamis, Abuja. 1, Hand of God Cathedral, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. Out of the top 10, we have 5 to 6. We don't have a single hospital among the top 10 best hospitals in the world. We don't have a school. We don't have any research center. We don't have military technology. Japan might not have the biggest church, but they have Toyota. Germany has Volkswagen. America has Chrysler and Tesla. Do you think in the next 20 years, these church auditoriums will still be to the glory of God, or they will follow suit what the rest of the world did? My question is, at what point? Because when Moses was building the temple, there came a point where his wise people came and said, look, we have enough material. And Moses announced and said, tell everybody to stop bringing their gifts. Paul at one point said, when I needed, you helped me. I'm not asking now because I don't need anymore. I am just saying those who gave me when I was in need are blessed. My question is, if Paul knew when to stop, if Moses knew when to stop, how do we Nigerians, we can't not have a factory that is top 10 in the world, but we have 5 of our churches among the top 10. And the first thing that Christianity teaches us is love. That's the first thing you notice is absent the moment you enter Nigeria. Bro, as you want to answer him.
Topic of religion. Okay, first off, I believe that you don't tackle corruption by fighting corruption. You tackle corruption by creating value. Bible says, let he that steal no more. He didn't stop there. He could have stopped there. He said, let him go and walk. Replacement of action. You need to replace the action. If you do therapy, if you study therapy, psychologists, they'll tell you, when you want to stop an addiction, you stop it by replacing it. You don't stop watching porn by saying, I want to stop watching porn. My brother, you will do it. You stop watching porn by replacing your time with something else. Then your mind consistently now begins to drift from that thing. I don't, in the terms of the church structure and what they are building, I don't like to tell people or outside that, oh, this thing you're doing is not necessary. I believe that do what you want with your people. Do you. But when change comes, like I said, is noiseless. I do believe that God doesn't need people to conform to his change when he introduces it. You will go with the method when the method goes. If you like build the biggest building on earth, you will go with the method. If you are in God's change and his method, you stay. So let your conscience towards Christ direct you. If that's what you need to do, you think that is it, no problem. But here's the catch. The catch is this, is that I am more concerned about the people than the building, genuinely. And the more I look at and I'm also concerned about the doctrine. The doctrine is what matters to me the most. What is coming out from because the doctrine determines how the people will behave. And when you hear certain doctrines, you are like, the building I can excuse. The whatever I can excuse. But the doctrine, this isn't Christ and him crucified. This is money-based system. But I won't talk at you. I will just preach truth on my own end. You know why? When God wants to do certain things, he doesn't first bring you down to get this person there. He doesn't need to do that. When Saul was still king, when he anointed the new king, he would just do what he needs to do. Jesus said, I fed 5,000 people. But he said what? Greater works than this shall you do. People think it's a joke. You have done greater works than what Jesus did. I have done greater works than what he did. Some of the things. How? Because some people get angry now. How? Jesus preached to 5,000 people, right? When he stood on what's the name of that place? On Sermon on the Mount.
Yeah.
On one post on your Instagram, you talk about Christ.
Tell me about
you have fed 400,000 people in one video. One video. That is greater works. He's not saying you'll be greater than him. But the works will be evident that you will do better. You know why? Because you have to. Because he wants it. Because the works is not the goal. Christ is the goal. The works is supposed to point you to somewhere. That's why he said, many will say to me on that day, did I not do miracle in your name? Father, if I call you once, Daddy Freeze. Maybe I know you small, but if I say Daddy Freeze,
I know you reach out.
It means say relationship did here, something did here. And I said, I will tell you, I never knew you. Away from me, you doers of iniquity. Mind you, yet the miracle came out. So I can perform miracle through you. Just because I want to glorify my name. It has nothing to do with me knowing you. Doesn't mean you are part of the system. You can preach Antichrist and all that. So what I'm bringing out in essence is, my focus is the doctrine, one. Secondly, on the terms of the building, I believe that every man will stand before a holy God one day. And if you think that the building is more important than the people, by all means, carry on. But I know for a fact that what my Bible teaches, what I read in scriptures, is I am to love as Christ loves the church. I'm to love that way. And in order for me to love that way, there are certain things I need to do. There are certain things I need to cut down on. I have to cut down my expenses. I have to cut down on this and that. When you give to people, I tell a lot of people, giving to your children is not giving. That's responsibility. Giving to your wife is not giving. That's responsibility. When you give someone, is that you're empowering a world that is beyond your scope. That's giving. When you give, if I give to my friend now, that's not giving. That's responsibility. You're helping your friend. That is normal. When you give someone, you are trying to empower a world beyond your own. I'm not expecting anything in return. A world beyond your own. So when you teach that, when you understand that, the question is not even the building. The question is, preach proper doctrine first for you to first know if your congregation are givers. If you preach right doctrine, many of us are not good givers.
They are not going to give you anything.
We're not givers.
Abel Damina said it.
Me. Before you think that I'm a culprit. Because I this knowledge, sometimes they trap me. My popsy called me yesterday. He said, I checked the church account. Not because you know you're my son. I don't need to say, but you have not given to the church in how many months? So what's going on? I didn't have any excuse. He said, you understand this thing. When you want to make videos, you turn on your gen. You stay on the island. I know how much you spend for you to. I know what you do. You have a Sony camera. You have a DJI camera. These are millions. I know how much you spend to buy books to read. Look how much you are spending to teach people. So the work of God in the church should die because imagine everybody's like you. Everybody's saying, "Oh, it's only me." How would the church run? We're not saying go beyond your scope, but don't not abuse the grace of God to say you don't. But you know this thing. Yesterday, I said, "God, I don't have excuse," and that's what happens when you teach right doctrine. You find that people are not givers. We're not really givers. We're not really.
One day I preach. One guy said that the freeze you have preached, send your account. He sent me 15K.
Yeah, so and we're not really givers. When I know if I don't give, I'm not losing anything.
I don't think I'm saying which day I go buy a Range Rover from church. It's not possible.
Should I help you? A lot of us don't love artists or respect them. We are respecters of persons, not respectful people. I brought one analogy one day. I said, let's say we're going out now and we reach that traffic light. You know those Hausa kids that come, all those they come to your door. There's a way we behave towards them. Come on, go. No. I said, okay, let's give me another scenario. Let's say we go for a naming ceremony. A child, you're outside your car, you want to open your door. Let's say a child just comes close to you. He's only on Pampers, but you don't fall down for ground. Then the child tries to hold you. You probably say, who was me of this now? You look for the owner, but it's the way you behave. And I told the guy, I said, let's reverse the case that immediately you hear that statement, they tell you that, guy, that's
$10
last child. Now, who they hold this picking wake come out? You know what you say? I don't know. So you need to know to edit your behavior. That's how you know we're not respectful people. We're respecters of persons. The same gate man where you see we're old, you will talk to him anyhow. You will disrespect him. You will wash him. It's nothing. That same old man in your workplace, your boss does worse to you. He insults you, but because your salary is high, you take a raw body, and you will say, "You now go to church. I just want to give a testimony." But your character is done. Why? Because we're not after what God actually told us to be after. You see the scripture, seek ye the kingdom of God and his righteousness. First. He never said pray for goodness. Check it. He didn't say pray for goodness. He didn't say pray for long life. I don't pray for long life. It's a useless prayer. It's actually a useless prayer to pray for long life. Bandits wake up every day. They don't pray for long life. Some of them live up to 80-90. Yes. So if God that I serve is benevolent enough to make this one live for 100 years and he has used his life for nuisance value, why should I pray for that same thing? On the day of death, your prayer can't change it. It's not prayer that changes death too. On the day of death, your prayer can't change it. On the day you're supposed to come home, you don't know what there's nothing you can do about it. You will come home. There are certain prayers that we pray in this country. It's poverty. Go to Germany, life expectant ratio. They conquer the test of accident. They don't even have a road accident. So all your journey messes is because you are in Nigeria. God never sent you that. You know what God said? He said, He maketh his sun to shine both on the just and on the evil. So there's some certain things. It use your brain. You know, it's not what you're not supposed to pray. Paul never prayed those prayers. Paul was in chains. He wasn't praying for God to remove the chains. He was still preaching Christ and him crucified. He was in front of Agrippa. He finished with Agrippa, King Agrippa tell him and say, Alpha, you almost won't make me turn Christian. He said, Alpha, not be only you. Everybody wait did this room. Now I want me to hear him. What does that tell you? So you'll be in chains. You are praying for God to remove you. God is saying that the prayer should still be the same. That the kingdom of God must be advanced on earth. While you are still using every strategy to get out. So when bandits come, the goal is not to pray that God come on. No, the goal is to go to securities, right agency, right system, and get them out. You say, why can't God supernaturally save them? Are you all right? Don't they have free will? Yeah, they have free will now. They can do whatever they want. They can misuse anything. They are misusing gun. Gun is not evil. Gun in the hands of a righteous man. If you come to Daddy Free's house now and he sees you want to harm his child, and he has a gun, he sees you carrying cutlass, what will you do? You will shoot the person graciously. In fact, the world will say you are a hero. That's it now. It's misuse of product that makes you say, oh, it's like this, it's like that. So when you understand all those things and you understand the fundamentals, all these things that are being preached, doctrine-wise, you will now know truly if you are a giver, if that building is necessary, and lastly, you will now understand if you're a loving person. A lot of us are not loving people. We don't love. Love, transaction.
I service.
You know you are not filled with love. Nobody can make you behave outside of what you are. If I squeeze this thing so hard, can blood come out of it?
Never.
Will milk come out of it?
Never.
So that gives one theory. The content of the container is revealed when pressure is applied. If I squeeze you now, will metal come out of you?
Never.
So that means the content of the container is revealed when pressure is applied, right? If I say something about scriptures and it's the truth, and you feel like I've attacked your pastor, and your response is to hate me or to harm me, there's something wrong with your religion.
Facts.
That's not Christianity.
Let's talk about people who have influence. We're going to wrap very soon. People who have influence. A lot of people have spoken about young people and distractions. You responded to a video that went viral where the young man said, Big Brother Nigeria should wrap it this year, that we are focused on the realities that Nigerians are faced with. There's 2027 general elections. Let them not distract Nigerians. And then you responded to that. So I'll give you the opportunity to just expatiate.
So what I said to the guy was, and I knew a lot of Nigerians were going to insult me because, like I said, Nigerian youth, an average Nigerian youth doesn't want to think. They don't want to even listen to new ideologies. They just think that if you don't agree, insult is the next mode, is the next way of agreeing. So the thing is, Big Brother is not the problem. It's not. It's like me telling that if World Cup is coming, is a bigger distraction. If Ronaldo and Messi meet in quarterfinals in World Cup, it will cause more distraction than anything you have ever seen. An election is in 6 months. So the issue is not the program. The program is just the vice. The issue we're trying to deal with is distraction. You don't fix your distraction issue by removing the issue. You just teach people how to maintain focus. The human being's brain doesn't know how to handle negativity. If I put you under rule, you can't obey it. We're not designed to follow rules. For the next 10 seconds, I want to put everybody in this room under one law. 10 seconds, just one law. Do this for me, please. For the next 10 seconds, do not think about a purple elephant.
That's exactly
where your mind goes. It's called, you see, we can't do it. We can't undo negative. That's why scripture says the law was not given to you to obey. Instead, scripture was not given to you to obey it. It was given to you to reveal that you are helpless. You can't obey it. You want to obey 10 laws? How do you want to do it? You will die. You can't. So I have come to give you life. That's the substitute. Life. Then you can now live in liberty. Now, the issue is this. The Big Brother must exist for focused pursuit to have value. A youth and a generation can never learn focus if they are not tested with distractions. You need those distractions in place to show your focus and your seriousness to a government. How can governments test your focus if they can't see that you're being distracted? Because they will use it. They will try. Have you wondered why when the country is about to unite, two things occur? Either there's an attack on the country, or Nigeria is facing an attack somewhere else. And you see the news everywhere. It's propaganda now. If you understand media, you understand how those things go. Or you call it Oman Forobomole. That's the Yoruba word. Fiorobomole. And because they know that our attention span is short. I will post video of 8 minutes. You go come my page. You go tell me, guy, learn to shorten your videos. Once I see that, I block.
Block straight.
I don't bother. Like, I don't even stress. I just block you. You are irrelevant. I don't need to entertain your idiocy. Just leave. Because the truth is, first of all, you came to my page. I tell people that there's a difference between criticism and constructive criticism. They are two different things. Criticism, I will never allow. You can never do me like that because you never contributed to anything I did. But you can constructively criticize me. You can't say your video is too long, learn to make it short. Are you normal? Did you know the extent of reading or what I planned with this video? Or do you know the people I'm trying to reach? The average Nigerian youth needs consistent breakdown and breakdown and breakdown. Some people, majority even want it. Because you are intellectually sound now. And nobody say you sabi like that too. You just come, say, make a video short. We have never produced one video in your life. You don't even know what it takes. Instead of you to say, oh, Tomide, let me send you a book on shortening messages. The skill of it. I'll buy you the book online as a PDF. I think it will help you with your video. That's constructive criticism. Can't come to my DM and come my questions and shut your videos. My block it down. I will show you that you don't have the monopoly of madness because you have to be unguarded and a level of idiocy in your head to come and tell me that rubbish. How you come and tell me that nonsense on my page?
No verse.
With my time. Come on, man. So, in the same way, the idea of the ecosystem of what is going on in Nigeria, distraction must exist. You need it. Why am I not distracted by BBN? Why? Why is it that I'm not bothered? I'm following Big Brother Nigeria, but I'm not bothered. It can't distract me. Oh, possible. Because I am trained. I understand. I know. You can't. I know that. I know when to do this. I know when to do that. So it's like that if he's coming out to complain that, Big Brother, stop now. You distract me.
But how do we fix our focus since it's like the essential thing that we need to do?
By people like you. By people like you online dropping videos. That's how you fix it.
Okay, so I was going to ask that. Now, we keep talking about how social media has so much power right now. For someone who is, okay, this person is a chef, this person is a tailor, this person, we make there are different niches there. How do we collectively come together to solely for the purpose of educating and, building a better nation? Because as much as we can derail here and there, this conversation is about the state of the nation. How can we fix it? Go.
Well,
so we do online now, what do we feel do?
So I don't think there's any community for guardian of content creators yet. I don't know. But if there is, I think it will be very good where the people interested, the elite, the popular people can come and say, okay, this is the structure. We'll meet maybe once a week. This is the plan. And it's a group of serious-minded people. And there should be zero tolerance to unguardedness. Someone is late, just kick the person out. So you have to have a community like, it's serious. But it's sacrificial, it's painful. There's no reward, there's no money. The only reward there is elevation of society. That's it. But the thing is, on the day of reckoning, when that change comes, because by the time change finally is evident, and you say you want to start, it's already late. When you're ready, it's late. So I believe that those people have to come together to consistently drop videos. Because I do it regularly. And I believe that many content creators should start creating loved ones should start creating long content.
Is there not like a generalized orientation that does not require all of us having to have like a community where we physically meet? Like how can we individually create content that will lead to the change that we're looking for?
And like I said, what you do is part of it. We need more people that are doing what you do, more women. The reason why they call you pick me is because good is scarce. And foolishness is popular. So what is popular is any girl that's using common sense. It's called pick me. It's not for you to feel bad. It's actually for you to feel special. Because anytime you see majority of people believe something, just know there's something wrong with that thing. Because foolishness is a constant. It must exist for people like you to have value. Me now, I intentionally make my videos long. I said I'm not going to make any video shorter than 3 minutes again. 4 minutes minimum. Why? Because I will destroy that your immediate gratification. If you can't watch, skip. I'm not interested. You to bear. And that's what Instagram wants.
Yes.
All day long.
In fact, when I want to post, they will tell me that
they want it. Don't scroll.
They will tell me that videos that have more than 3 minutes are not going to get distractions.
Are with me.
They will not be recommended.
Yes, I posted a 14-minute, 59-second video. And I got 70,000 views.
I posted 18 minutes. That video of that Nigeria is 18 minutes. I think it did 400 and something thousand views now. And I tell people, say, people's attention span is not short. Do you know what the issue is? People's attention span requires an intelligence that supersedes this dispensation.
Say it again.
The intelligence that supersedes this dispensation, in the sense that you have to first of all, the way you deliver your message, the method of the message itself, and the end of the message, the call to action of the message must be something that is not in this dispensation, in a way that is beyond the scope of this generation. That's what unlocks their humility to say, who's this guy? How is he talking like this? I've seen aged people come to tell me, I don't watch long videos, but I can't skip your video. I can't skip because you are operating in futuristic terms in today's world. This same knowledge I'm passing and wisdom I'm giving them, in the next 10 years, if I speak, I can assure you nobody will watch. I have to update it too. It's the same thing as what happened with John in the Bible. When John wrote Revelation, he said, behold, I saw a big bird, and the bird had these wings. It's common sense. If in Pharaoh's time they saw a plane, how would it describe
How would they describe it?
How will it? It doesn't have the word to qualify that kind of item. You call it a bird. Behold, I saw a big bird, and he had the long arms and the wings, and the out of the wings built a sound of many. Of course, that's a jet. That's helicopter. What did helicopter mimic to create it? Dragonfly. Go and check technology. The planes mimicked birds. Fighter jets mimicked a certain bird. I forgot of that eagle that goes at the fastest speed. It doesn't fly. Peregrine falcon. Yes. The fighter jets, they mimicked it. It's called biomechanical. I've forgotten the word they used to call it when you mimic animals and they use it for technology. So you need a level, we ourselves as creators need a level of intelligence to carry out the message to a generation of young people who don't know their left from their right. They don't know. They genuinely, I'm telling you, they genuinely don't know. And do you know the worst ones? The ones that carry their ignorance with class.
Those ones.
They are the difficult ones to talk to. I have seen 6 foot tall, handsome looking fools. The day I stopped respecting someone being handsome was the day I saw one particular video on Twitter, a bandit. Oh God, he was good looking. I said, see this guy as he fine rich.
Na bandit.
So na bandit, you good looking. You say, that guy is so. As a woman, you say, that guy is so clean. You are a fool. You don't know how to think.
Titi one by sorrow.
You don't know how to think because a girl passed the test of features. You have not seen criminals that have good body. Good body.
We're all guilty.
They will give
David.
They will give you the best. Oh God.
They say David saw Bathsheba and his whole destiny changed.
His destiny changed. You don't understand. Me, when they talk, and I wasn't prepared for this level of fame. I never even reach that level, but I know I'm going to get. It's certain. It's obvious. The small way God do, where I reach. There was a day I posted a video. You know that this woman Peggy, when her issue of her marriage, Peggy, that actress, I spoke about it. The video went viral. I had more than 500 married women text me that period before God and man.
To say what?
I prefer not to speak.
You were about to be chicken.
I'm not joking. I'm not trolling. Like I had to, and you know something about me? When something like that is overwhelming, sharply I don't tell my friends and my dad. You know why? Because in the silence is where the sin thrives.
Yes.
You will think you will say no. Don't worry. When you are broke and you need money, you will say yes. I'm not joking. They came, like some of them text, I like your reasoning. I'll be like, I will not know. Because some of them, no post. Zero post. I'll not say thank you so much. You say if you need lower, why are you going there? I'll reply, I'll say, then I'll not say, can I see your picture, please? I'll see the picture. Like, this woman looks like someone who should be married, but it doesn't matter. Then there was one particular day. It got to the point of her saying she will bring me to United States. Before God, she was ready. No jokes. She read out. Let me be honest with you. There was a day she said, I just saw your video. Your video blessed me. Send me your account number. She sent me 1 million naira.
Gee.
You don't know anything. As so many celebrities, if God should reveal the hidden choices we make behind the scenes, nobody has a right to say very dark man, you're a bad person. I know if you talk him.
Touch everybody.
I know if you talk him because everybody gets.
You touch
Now,
everybody.
speaking about celebrities, do you think that celebrities owe it to their followers to speak up for them?
Yes and no. It's not a one-way ticket.
Okay.
Yes, in the sense that just because something is not fair does not mean it is wrong. And just because something is not wrong does not mean it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
There's objectivity. Because something is not wrong does not mean automatically it's right. It can be neutral. It's a choice. So I believe that it is fair for them to come up and talk. But the consequence is that they must be prepared to lose money, friends, and sometimes security. Because there's a fundamental law about life. Everybody has a right to choose, but nobody has the power to determine the outcome of their choice. You never get that power. Nobody gives you that power. So your choice to post, but the outcome, be prepared. Jesus said it now. He said, if you follow me, they will persecute you. You don't talk on. You know,
the only thing promised. Wealth was not promised.
Wealth was not.
Health was not promised. The person said, "How long did he live? Where he go promise you long life?"
He don't
said
tell you.
They will prosecute.
He said they will prosecute you. He said, "Let him carry his cross." No, he didn't hide it. He don't tear you down. So now the celebrities need to know. If me on this small scale, they can tell me to take down a post for just 5 million naira. And it came in a time of great need. Do you know? Like, let me tell you the truth. This is not me even soliciting for funds. People like us that give our lives to study and reading. For example, I've never clubbed in my life. I've never drank alcohol. I've never smoked. It doesn't mean I'm better than people, but it's a boundary I don't cross for a different sacrifice, which is time I spend reading. People like us, in a logical world where life makes sense, now me, when I'm supposed to give money pass. I think people that listen to me. But they won't. They wait for you to ask. That's the thing. I'm telling you because I cannot be worried about what I will eat. And I will need time to also go and study. That's why Paul said, if I have given you spiritual things, is it anything if I reap your carnal things? And you won't make I do them. If I'm spending all my time to read, I come help you teach. Because it's indoctrination that changes people. As you are like this, you probably won't kill anyone. If they take you from when you were 4 to bandits and they bring you up under them, you will kill. Human beings are vice. It's how you are raised that matters. You are a vice. Don't think you are better than them.
The part you
are just seeing yes, they're good. Or they say, I can never. How can she stand on the road? I won't girls you tell Lord, they don't even have sense. Just stand on the road, sell your body, no class, no dignity. But you are not married, you are going to go and sleep with a man, but you're a Christian. The issue here is geographical location. You are both the same.
And the amount they are paying you.
You're both the same. You're not married, you're sleeping with a man. You are giving him all the size, 7 position for 7 days. You do everything. You say she should stand on the road. Geographical location, you are both the same before God. Sinners judging sinners for sinning differently. That's what you are doing. We're all the same. So if you're not ready to offer value, shut up. Just shut up. If you're not going to offer constructive criticism, shut up. Especially believers. Shut up. Just don't talk. Because in your silence, your nuisance is contained. Don't talk. Don't say anything. Must you talk? If you don't have what to say, if you're not going to edify, shut up. If you don't have love in you, shut up. But you just talk. You get a hey, he say all those boys, all those Instagram celebrities, all those Instagram TikTok girls. But you, Chike issue happened. I saw you in the comments and you like the post. You are a hypocrite. And this is not about Chike. It's about our society. We are hypocrites. Like the society teaches us to be hypocrites. Let me end with this. Do you know that I was questioning 2 friends one day, female? That if I want you to reason with this with me, tell me if I'm wrong. Please, everybody tell me I'm wrong. I asked her, I said, is it wrong to wear bikini to the beach? She said, I don't understand. What do you want to wear to the beach? She said, you've started. I said, let's think. Hold on. Is it wrong? She's a Christian. I said, is it wrong? She said, where will you wear bikini to? I said, I agree. So that means you are saying it's okay to wear to the beach. Good. I said, from your house, will you wear bikini? Bikini is pant and bra. I said, will you wear pant and bra downstairs to go and buy something in the supermarket? She said, no, now will I do that? I said, why? Why is it wrong? She said, because you can't wear that to the... I said, you have not answered me. Be logical. Why is it wrong? Articulate what you think now. She said, because people will be looking at you now. I say, okay. So the reason why is because people will be looking at you. Say, can you wear this pant and bra to the church? She said, Tomide now. Who wears pant and bra to the church now? I said, okay. Because people will talk, Abi. I said, that beach where you were, people don't look at you there. She paused. Said, I never thought of it this way. I said, let me tell you your problem. Your problem is you don't understand how corny the devil is. The devil is so corny that the highest level of evil is gift wrapped in good. He will gift wrap it like good like this and give you. You will take it. Let me tell you why. Let me give you an analogy. I will tell you, Titi, I don't know, say, you get breasts like this, so you just use clothes cover arm. You probably say, this guy is so uncultured. Are you okay? Why can't you say that? But let me change it. I said the same thing. The same thing. Hypocrisy, gift wrapped in music. You take it and internalize it. Now, lastly, and I said, let me ask you something. Have you ever read Ezekiel 11 before? You're a Christian now. She opened it. And behold, I was called up to in fact, no, this one. I want that the first help us read. This one, you must read it. Ezekiel 11, please, that please help us. I want to show you people something. You will see that the reason why you think that way, that when bikini to the beach is right, is because there are powers that be behind the scene that are controlling you by having a stake in the options. They control your options. You know that's true power. When I can control the options, not choice. That's what
part of Ezekiel 11?
Just Ezekiel 11, start from there.
Go see, take your hand, shoes.
Then the Spirit lifted me up and brought me to the east gateway of the Lord's temple, where I saw 25 prominent men of the city. Among them were Jazaniah, son of Azur, and Pelathiah, son of Benaiah, who were leaders among the people. The Spirit said to me, Son of man, these are the men who are planning evil and giving wicked counsel in this city. They said to the people, Is it not a good time to build houses? This city is like an iron pot. We are safe inside. We are safe inside it, meat in a pot.
Let me break it down for you. You know what those people are saying there? They decide where you classify as the banana island.
Now then they run things.
Now then they tell you, say, this banana island makes you special. They orchestrate the engineering behind that thought. You don't see them. They are behind the scenes. The people you see in power are not the true people in control. True power is people that hide their face. You don't see them. They are behind the scenes. You don't see them. I don't even know them. Watch Andrew Tate talk now. He will tell you. You don't see them. But they decide what is right and what is evil. They are saying that we are the choice meat in the cooking pot. You know what that means? If you go to a canteen to go and buy food, you will see bomo, fish, shaki, all those in the pot. If you pick bomo, you say, I don't like bomo, it's fish I like. You are paying the same person. I don't like Facebook. That Facebook is too. Go and drop all this your content Facebook, but you like Instagram, you are paying the same person. Zuckerberg. I don't like the two. I prefer WhatsApp. WhatsApp is private. Same person. Zuckerberg. I checked recently. The owner of Bottega, Prada, about 20 designer labels is one man. So you as a fool that say, I'm a Prada kind of guy, I don't like Bottega. Bottega is for small boys. The same person. You see, I don't like Toyota. I prefer Lexus. Same person. They understand it. That true power is when I can create 5 options for you and tell you to choose and tell you that your choice matters. But I'm the one that controls your options. That's true power. So in that sense, it's like democracy. We have 4 people now. Do you have a say outside of those 4 people? We have Peter Obi, we have Goodluck, we have Atiku, and we have President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
There are other people who there's Shawore too.
Wait.
They know
Okay, these are the 4 that we know forefront right now. Can you choose outside of that 4 with your PVC?
Yes.
Who do you want to choose?
You vote for your preferred candidate.
Yeah,
now.
that's what it's saying.
That's
That
what
you
I'm
can only
You know
vote
when I
for
said I wanted to vote for
you know
all
what
of you were
I'm
laughing at me that I was
You know what I'm saying?
wasting my vote.
Shawara is the candidate of AAC
You
now.
don't understand.
Yeah, but I said I was
What
wasting
he's
my
saying now
vote.
is that you
Out of
can
those 5
only-
people,
you can vote for them.
you can only
One of
vote
them.
from those
You cannot
5.
vote outside that 5.
Okay.
That's the idea of power. True power is determined from the people that are decided before the final thing. Because you are not on the table, so you are the menu. Because when you're not on the table, you are the menu. They've already discussed your future already on the table. Now here we go plan them. Now here we go run them. Okay, these are the 5 these are the final 5. They will give them to them. Tell them your choice matters. PVC, get it. Are you really choosing?
You're voting for the same.
You see, in Nigeria, we know how to choose. We know how to choose between good and bad. It's too easy.
Black and white.
But you know,
thinking.
in all foreign countries, they've passed the realm of good and bad. It is easy to choose between good and bad. Right now, if I tell you to choose to marry someone between an armed robber and a doctor, who will you pick? A doctor. It's too easy. But if I tell you now to pick between a doctor and a lawyer, it's harder. Because there's a difference between good and better. That's a higher level. In Nigeria, we are still dealing with good and bad. We see where we in Yankee, they are dealing with good and better. You understand?
There's even a philosophy that says good is better than better.
Yes, so
I have a better car does not mean I have a good car.
I say you have a good car. So that's a different realm that Nigeria, our youth, we never even reach there. We never even reach that one. We see the truth between good and bad. There's good and better. See where we still there. You see why I say social media, the government needs to work with social media people, whether I like it or not. El Salvador, Bukele, the guy that renovated, that transformed El Salvador. Let me show you what one of the tactics he used. Let me show you quickly. I think I took a screenshot. Yes, this is it. One of the ways he used to clamp down on gangs and insecurity in the country. See what he did. First of all, he started with, you'll be shocked by this man. Institutional consolidation and power, legislative supermajority. Bukele's party, Nueva's Ideas, secured a supermajority in the Legislative Assembly, granting him the ability to pass sweeping legislation without relying on the traditional political opposition. Purging the judiciary, using his legislative majority, he removed the Attorney General and the magistrates of the Constitutional Court, replacing them with political loyalists. This removed all the horizontal checks, balances, and power. You would think that's all he did. Now watch. Clean chat. Political marketing and charisma. With a background in advertising, Bukele utilized social media, highly produced videos of prison conditions, and a youthful, charismatic image to rally immense public support. You need social media guys.
And
you need them.
And that's one of the things this government has not done well in. There's been terrorism, insecurity, but most people know how to manage it well. So this government looks the way it is mostly because it cannot what this guy is able to do.
They can't manage it well.
They've not managed
you
it
see this
well.
thing that's going on, that's what's been going on. Let me not lie to you. I told someone.
So what would they have done? They would have supplanted the news.
No. Wait. Let me tell you something. Do you know Adolf Hitler?
Yes.
Do you know Leopoldo?
Yes.
But do you know, if you ask the average Nigerian youth, do you know average? I tell you yes. Wicked man killed about 6 million people to 15. But do you know that guy Adolf Hitler did nothing
compared to Leopoldo of Congo.
Nothing compared. In fact, they even used to reduce the number. Why? Because Leopoldo focused on whites. On whites, and then because Adolf Hitler focused on whites, Leopoldo was on blacks. So that black owned news was suppressed. It's not really out there. Killing has always been.
Let me tell you a story.
It has always been.
I wanted to buy for my birthday. There's this independent watchmaker in Belgium. I don't want to mention his name. I wanted to buy one of his creations. He will build for you. Starts about $20,000. The one I liked, I said I liked. They said, "Oh, the Leopold." Now why I no buy the watch?
Leopold.
I just
if you know that what that man did to Africans.
So up till today, they are still naming watch after person wey chop my people. Say if they give you work for plantation, you not do and finish, they will cut your hand, go give your parents. That's what Leopold
If
did.
Adolf Hitler-
He cut the hands of 6-year-olds for not meeting targets.
If Adolf Hitler killed 10 million, Leopoldo killed 25 million.
A bad guy. Very
No,
bad
not joke
guy.
with that man. No. I read this about. He's a bad guy.
Kill is good. Imagine may they cut the hand, may you send your 6-year-old to farm, may you go farm, make you no meet the quota where they say make you meet that day, they will cut in hand, package and consent and give you.
It's social media that is just aggravating it. Now, when I mean government need to work with media people is that if they truly want to work or change, you need certain. You can vet them. You need certain content creators who have amassed a level of following and have trust from the public, that they know that this person will be transparent. For example, if you call, I'm not saying they should call me, I beg, but if they call me now and they say, okay, we want to build an esports hub that would house at least, I can take at least 5,000 youth, provide jobs for them. Because once you focus on esports, you have solved at least some percentage of problem in Nigeria for youth. Because esports is a big deal abroad. It's like a different world entirely. And we are far behind and all of that. So that way, if you do that, someone like me now, if you call me, I'll come. Live video, nothing like documented. Live. We'll check all the structure, check everything, make sure the infrastructures are done well, check all of that. And then there must be easy passage between the youth, whoever is in charge of the esports, and the commissioner. In case of an event outside the country, now I will not be waiting for you to stamp one letter for we go and get visa. It should be easy for those people to get. The people that have qualified to represent Nigeria. You will see esports World Cup. You will see countries coming to Saudi Arabia backing their youth. I could look. I could just after I finish, I will look. I'll see what I say, and it takes Netherlands and it lifts a trophy for them. I would just look. I would just look Nigeria. I would say,
calm down. The person will represent us for a bicycle race, not get bicycle.
You don't
Borrow the
understand.
bicycle from Germany.
AFCON, January. I was at AFCON. It reached Nigeria Morocco time. Moroccans were telling we Nigerians, few as we are there, that we should move from our seat and go and stay in one corner. That this place is separated for the Moroccans. I said, in a football stadium, they sit number 1. Number 2, your fans are already at the back of the post of one side. Should it not be the opposite side on the other side? That's how it's done. Why are you treating us like this? As far as saying a joke, they can't go call security. And I tell them, say, you see, sometimes in life, that's why the Bible says, be wise as serpent. What are characteristics of a serpent? Is dangerous, is potent, is cunning, but I must be harmless as dove. So I want to show you the danger part of me. I need you to know that I have the capacity to be mad like you. Then I carry my phone, I turn live, I go live. I say you will have to beat us away from this seat. Serious issue, serious case. Then they came again, and we should move. After I stood up, some other Nigerians and France tribe came. They were like, "Don't stand up." I was like, "Me, even if you're not here, I no fit. I no go stand up." Guess what? I told them when I was going, I said, the only reason why you can do this is because of my leaders.
Yes, they are not supporting.
On a normal day, on Nigerian colors, can you try this with Argentina people? If na South America people there, you fit try this nonsense one. They go slap you. So all the South Americans, you can't try this with them. You don't see us finish now. You are telling us not to bring flag into the stadium. He says flags are dangerous. Why? Because they wanted to suppress our noise. Have you been to Morocco Stadium before? No, it's a dangerous place. So when I mean dangerous, in terms of beauty, in terms of the sound, the noise they were making each time the ball touched the Super Eagles, it made me realize that we don't give Super Eagles credit enough because those boys played ball. At a point, I was begging.
Intimidation tactics.
I turned to the people. I said, please, this noise is destroying my brain. Whistles. Once it touched Nigerian players like this, 60,000 people, and they are doing like this on the ground. Everywhere vibrating.
They even come with lasers.
To blind the eyes of players.
this thing laser for your eyes. Now waiting those people do our Super Falcons.
I never know waiting be home advantage before.
Beat them 3-2.
I never know waiting be home advantage before. Now that day I realized, say, all of you when they shout Champions League, say, how can you? Because you're in a way, as I play like this, shut up. You can't. That atmosphere. I was like, no wonder they say Morocco has not lost yet. How will you lose? First of all, you don't allow tickets for more than 2,000 people. How many Nigerians get money to go? We will even manage go. They're not even treating us well. You can't start. I dropped the video, nothing. So they don't even understand the value.
Our leaders need to do a lot more.
They want to do a lot, and this thing can only be done with. You need to work hand in hand with social media guys, because whether you like it or not, authority is no longer the true power. Attention is the new power, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, attention is the new power. That's why I tell people, in all that you do in the next 5 years, make sure you get attention online. Have the attention for yourself. Oh God, attention. That's why you see, I am well positioned. Attention is not that you have 4 million followers. When I mean attention, I mean value. That people come to you as per we know this person for this.
Yes.
Be well positioned for that.
Very true.
You see, now you go control the next phase. Now you. Let me tell you the truth. This thing might sound like a joke. If government don't shut down VDM from talking, and they leave him to just talk and keep talking about the government, they don't shut him down, like prevent him from talking, I assure you, he can make another candidate win the election. That's how powerful media is. Media is dangerous. On my page, I have 19 million profile visits. I'm not joking. 19 million profile visits last 1 month. How many followers? 308,000. So that means at least I get at least 1 million people on my page. They don't want to follow. So they are coming, but they are not following. How much do you think VDM will have?
Interesting. Play with Tomide. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation and also for sharing. It don't really show, say, we get the people who get the capacity. And all we need to do as Nigerians now to listen. You might disagree with the views expressed by another person, but you not reach fight. So play with Tomide. We pray that God will imbue you with even greater wisdom and knowledge.
Amen.
And, strengthen you. All those people where they think, say, if they pull the plug on certain deals, it go stop person from speaking the truth. They're not go see you. And speaking about something very important, cvr.inecnigeria.org. cvr.inecnigeria.org. That CVR now continuous voters registration. Now May they open now. This next month the thing go end. So if you are looking to register for the first time, if you want to replace your stolen, your missing, or your destroyed voters card, it's very, very easy. cvr.inecnigeria.org. And then you go find INEC office when they closest to you for your local government. Go there, go do the biometrics. Without your voters card, you cannot exercise your right to franchise. Like what Play with Tomide don't explain. Political parties don't conduct their primaries. Candidates don't emerge. They are exercising their rights to suffrage. For you, you would vote for your preferred candidate. But no be to come and come shout on election day. If you don't get your voters card, your voice no go be anything. So please, cvr.inecnigeria.org. We say on the Honest Bunch podcast, we are using the platform. We don't pledge saying that things when go fit change people's life positively. Now what they do. And so please do well to follow this instruction. Then importantly, CD Care. If you want to buy your appliances, your gadgets, CD Care way is the shortest way. You don't need to stress yourself. You don't go market. You don't go spend on transportation. In the comfort of your home, you can place your order. They have, a system that allows you to pay in installments. And at the midpoint, they'll carry the thing come. And then they'll go add one single kobo. No be say, okay, we went to the market. We are adding transport money. This is our percentage. No, at the same market value. So what are you waiting for? Go the CD Care way and have no issues at all. A round of applause for Play with Tomide. And hopefully next season, Barcelona.
No, don't worry. We're winning Champions League next season. Don't worry.
What would that happen to Arsenal? Arsenal said they have not regressed. that they finished 8th, 5th, second. Then they won.
I mean, I like Arsenal, but then Hansi Flick is the only coach that has not spent more than 27 million in the last 2 seasons, and he won treble and 2 trophies.
That's because people don't have money. It's not that
That's what I'm saying.
Even
with that, he got to the semi-final of Champions League and won the trophy over Real Madrid. Imagine a Barcelona that has money now.
People go they watch and they shock. Say, this guy sabi football. This man knowledge bank, football, politics, entertainment, lifestyle, religion. When I see why they quote Bible now, so you can be inspired by him. Play with Tomide on Instagram if you want to follow him. And me, husband material _HM. Please follow me. Una bye bye.